We are live. I need to unmute you guys. Oop, you're unmuted.
I'm glad you said something because I was about to say something else that shouldn't
Is it?
pop up on stream.
That's
Hello.
right.
Hi.
That's why I
Sorry
was
for
wrapping
the
up the
wait.
conversation. Like, shh, just going live.
I appreciate you, Kathy.
I'm trying to figure out what music to start with. No, don't like that one.
Also, do we ever get the like listen party thing to work for us or no?
It's only
Mhm.
available on mobile. That's
Okay,
right now.
I thought they fixed that.
It showed up for a little bit on Spotify and then just stopped. Charles, thank you for a subscription.
Charles!
My subscription's up today, but Twitch is doing that dumb thing where I can't
Yep, we're missing a
resubscribe
Parker.
until tomorrow.
Oh, do I
Yep.
still have them mixed up? I do. Oh, I swapped us.
Hold on, I'm gonna try. Can I? Yeah, I used the Opera Twitch thing to get to this quicker and on the sidebar.
Yes. Non-sponsored, but if you guys want a good web browser that is very
Hi,
good.
I'm Lulu today.
No, I'm fixing it. I'm fixing it.
We're going to let
I was DT a couple weeks ago. It's fine.
I
Like I am a hairy man.
I don't
Yeah.
think DT's that hairy. I think just Henry
He's just
is.
got a beard.
Short beard.
It's to hide his secrets.
It is.
Tell us your
That's why he's
secrets.
short. There's not a lot of secrets.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, guys.
Obvious
I
secrets.
could not imagine Kathy trying to pilot Numb and his crackhead energy.
Yeah, my mom just said you should randomly have to play a different character.
The answer may surprise you, Diane.
I don't like that.
Kathy, mine's easy. Just be Cowboy Man.
There was one time
That'd be fun for
when
a fun bit. Yeah.
when I was running you guys before, like when you went to the hunting grounds, that I was thinking about having your guys. It's like the Futurama episode where your mind switches into somebody else's body. If you have a completely different skill set and stuff.
Oh God, learning a new skill set would be the worst. I could do the role play. It's just like,
Yeah, like your cognitive traits that you would have, you would still have those, but whatever physical traits that person's body has is the ones that you would have instead.
Numb would just be confused as Lulu trying to
Why
bite people.
why am I so weak? What's going on?
Jumping on people, just nod on them.
it's. Oh God, you're in swap into Lulu's body. God, fuck. Is this arm always? Your spine is fucked. You're so off center.
My back just hurts so bad.
Oh yeah.
Someone gets into Ken. They have to wake up. The body wakes up at 5 a.m.
Why is anyone alive at 5 a.m.? Okay. Get rid of these guys, these boats.
There we go. All right, my overlay is finally adjusted for 5 people. Almost. There we go.
Okay.
Clark, thank you for resubscribing.
It's just always been doing it. Like
I know. I still thank you for it.
Resubscribe.
Still thanking.
52 months.
Hell yeah. God, that's a long time.
Hey,
Right?
Kathy. Knock knock.
Who's there? Gifted sub! And you started a hype train.
Ah, yeah.
Thanks, buddy. Gifted
I'm
to
just
Jane.
imagining like Grubhub delivering you a sandwich.
Knock knock. Sandwich.
I mean, I'd be pretty happy with that.
Gifted to one of my old D&D party members. But yes, well, hello chat and stream. A little bit of a slow start because people wound up scrambling last minute. But hi, we're finally back after like a month. to Tale of Deadlands, Hell and Heroes. Woo! Yay! Cheering noises. I don't have a cheer button, sorry.
Ah, ah.
Everybody just do this. Yay! Okay. I don't have anything special going on. I just threw a person, sorry. Cheering noises, Var, thank you for the bits. Brian, do you want to do a recap?
Yep, I'm just getting my Discord reoriented.
We have lots of places for recaps. We've got recaps in my Discord. We have the repack cap I just posted. That's my version of it, which is very short. But also we give a recap before every session, so...
Alright, this one's really short because not too much happened last session. It's just mostly combat. After repelling the invasion, and causing a few of the gators to wind up fleeing from it, I think only like 9 or so got away. The posse and the citizens of Red Stick wound up gathering back up, going into the main building in the center of town to go to the hospital that they have, tend to the wounded, count the dead, get everybody back up in operating, or at least semi-operating order. DT, and so can't wind up grabbing Sheriff. Oh, I'm brain farting. Raynard, that's it.
Sheriff Raynard. The
Yeah.
hottie. The hot one.
Sure thing, buddy. Because she was mortally wounded, but kind of trying to tough it out, as the old Texas Rangers tend to do. Brought her over, and she was not soon to be with this world still. And DT wound up managing to mend her wounds somehow, mysteriously, in a room. The rest of the posse wound up helping out Janice Rawls as they could, to, varying degrees. Most of the townsfolk got patched back up. Shortly after, there was announced there'd be a town meeting, which I'm actually retconning that a little bit. The town is going to be meeting in the movie theater that's on the top floor of this building, while Raynard and Tinsdale had kind of approached the posse about in a few hours meet them over at Tinsdale's shop. Well, they were going to discuss what to be done to later talk to the rest of town about. Shortly after that, after everybody was kind of patched up and good to go, the posse wound up heading over to Shady Sadie's saloon to get a little bit of R&R before they have to go over to Tinsdale's. And we left off with them just kind of drinking and having some meals, and
Num and Kent got to reenact Cocktail.
yeah. So that is where we will pick back up.
And I heard voices again.
Yep.
It's fine.
Is it a psychosis? Is it something else more nefarious? I guess we'll find out.
Maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline. Well, Bruce is passed out. I think we gave him too much.
Yeah, it's a lot of excitement for one day.
Yeah.
You guys see Sadie kind of like look over at you, as kind of like hearing that, and you hear her just say, "Oh, it's all right, sugar. I'll make sure that nothing bad happens to the big O." Just gives you guys a little smirk.
I think he's just gonna stay sleeping there. I ain't gonna be able to move him. He's huge.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like I ain't trying to throw my back out today, darling.
All right. Well, we got a bit more reason to expedite dealing with these pirates, bandits. I don't know what you want to call them.
You guys would have heard through kind of like the scrum of fighting, like some of the more higher up of the bandits like refer to themselves as gaugers, and some of them have it kind of like on their accoutrement that they're
They-
wearing.
They yell tunnel gators rule.
Yeah. But you guys have about 30 minutes to an hour before you need to make your way over to Tinsdale, so you got a little bit of time to just like sit and chat if you want to, or if you want to do something else in town. You know that most of town is currently still in the triage. There's a couple people getting a little bit more patched up and things. Like you guys got the majority of like the critical injuries that needed taken care of done. But you know, people are going to be there for a while, and then the rest of them, you know, are going to be Janice Rawls is going to be kind of like spearheading the fun times in the movie theater with everybody.
Oh. I don't think I have anything I want to. I don't have anything to discuss much for before this meeting.
Okay.
I don't know about others.
And as players, like I said before, I think you weren't in here just yet, Ethan. But check your ships to make sure they are correct onto your sheet, because I might have loaded the wrong table on accident when I first loaded it up. So just make sure those are correct. And also remember that you can only have 10 chips out at a time, unless you have something that gives you more or less. Okie dokie. So you guys kind of wait in the saloon for a little bit. Probably about 30 or so minutes go by. Sheriff Renard winds up popping by just to see if you're over here. Just kind of shouts down from the upstairs like, "Hey, we're heading over to Tinsdale's. Make your way over when you can." And heads out on her way to his workshop.
All right.
Y'all
At
ready?
this point, I'm gonna take the time to actually get dressed.
He's still been naked.
I think I put my underwear on, and that's about it.
Okay. Then you're not naked.
No, I'm not naked, but I'm gonna take the time to like actually dress myself.
Just a forearm man and a see-through man in skivvies serving drinks.
Alrighty. You guys make your way over there.
Yeah.
Bruce is gonna stay over there.
I had to stop myself because DT and Kent at distance are too similarly dressed. So I almost grabbed DT's token.
Uh,
I just drew how they were described.
No, that's fair.
Also, as players, something I'm gonna have you guys do, because otherwise I'm gonna make you suffer for it. You guys had downtime, so just when you do that, make sure to reload your guns and things like that, like upkeep on your gear. If you're
Yes.
doing any of that, please let me know, because otherwise I will assume you have not reloaded your guns, and that might be detrimental in the future.
Yeah, reloaded.
Ah,
I'm
I
gonna
am low.
reload. I'm gonna reload my tactical knife.
That's right. Tactical bowling pin.
Yep. And I got 4 in the chamber, ready to rumble.
Excellent.
The safety's off.
Always.
Shaking mud out of my arm.
Let me check. I saw that Tracer said that my volume is a little bit low.
Yeah, you're
Give me
you're
just a
you're decent
second.
now. Once you put the mic closer to your mouth, you're all right.
Yeah.
Put the mic inside your mouth.
Oh. I'm also just making sure because Windows sometimes likes to turn it down for some reason. Sound settings. Okay. Oh. Okay. Okie dokie.
Okie
Alrighty. You guys make your way over to Tinsdale's workshop.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
As you make your way over there, Tinsdale and Raynard are just kind of sitting out near the dock when you first approach. On the top side. The rest, Raynard's smoking a cigar, and Tinsdale has a cigarette that he's just kind of smoking. As they kind of like wave you guys as you approach.
Give him a nod.
Raynard looks over at all you. So another day at least, right?
Yep. Dinsdale, you do all right? Any of them make it sneak into your shop?
No. I wish I could have been a little bit more help, but
We were all kind of
never.
caught off guard.
I've never really been much of a fighter. It's more everyone else's thing.
Well, your boy Luke did some good.
Today was kind of like yesterday, minus the big alligator man and the cannon and the rats and the yeah. Normal day.
Reoccurring theme, yeah.
Well, whenever you all are ready, we can just go in right here.
Sure.
Comforts is already inside, just waiting. And they'll head inside. So they're you guys are just kind of like meeting up in essentially the living room quarters of where like Tinsdale and Luke sleep. It's pretty nice. Like they each have their own separate room. There's a little like kitchenette set up. It's very like bachelor patty, like homey feel. Not super huge, but it's pretty nice for the apocalypse. Tinsdale has a bigger, old kind of beat up wooden table with it's got like a couple leaflets in it, so it's pretty decent sized. And just kind of has like
Are there any appliances?
in the kitchenette, yes, there seems to be a functioning microwave, like a toaster oven, stove, that kind of deal. But Tinsdale's got like some food and drinks set out for everybody that's there. There's some water that's on the table. He does have a couple cans of soda set out for everybody. No Dr. Pepper for reference. But there's just like some cheese and other kinds of like snacks and stuff. Couple like meal rats that have been spread out into a charcuterie style.
I was about to say he's got the post-apocalyptic charcuterie board.
Yep. He also has a couple like piles of like scrap paper and stuff, and some writing utensils if people want to like write things down. And on a different part of the table, he has like a bigger map than the one that he gave you guys initially from the shop where you got that from. He's got one just kind of like laid out that's a little bit more detailed on like places that they've been with the recyclers. So if any of you want to jot those notes down, you can as well on your map that you have.
Do we have? Were we given an actual like JPEG of a map, Brian, or is it just
No, you were not.
okay? Couldn't remember, just double checking.
When I just had you guys kind of like look down at the map and pinged a couple places, but
Mhm.
in character knowledge, if you guys go to reference that, I will give you that information as it comes up.
Just double checking.
Yeah. But yeah, Tinsdale kind of like offers you guys seats, just kind of like feel free to sit down. Just like if you want to smoke, I don't mind. Clearly, him and Raynard are still smoking. There's a couple ashtrays on the table too.
All right.
Comfort's already sitting down at the table, munching on some snackies.
Peace.
DT will walk over towards the table and find a seat.
I'll go find a seat as well. Take up some of the paper and pencil.
Lulu will go for some snackies before sitting down. Numb nods.
Yeah, I'm gonna like pull out my knife and like walk past the like charcuterie board thing and just stab a piece of cheese and hop up on top of the countertop and sit on the countertop and just eat this piece of cheese.
All I can think of is you take the knife out for the cheese. It's just like when you gangster, but you still gotta eat a popsicle. It's the guy cutting the popsicle with the knife, eating it like that. That's all I picture.
All right. Tinsdale just kind of opens up. Well, I believe you all know why we're here. Once again, thank you for all of your assistance thus far.
Oh, could you fill me in? Why are we here again?
He just kind of gives you a deadpan smile. I believe Sheriff Raynard had asked you guys to help deal with our pirate raider, whatever you want to call them, problem. So we're here to more solidify a plan for that plan of action. I know we had talked as well, but after what happened today, like maybe even with all of your help, you'd have to stay here for a while for us to get rid of all of them, if that were even a case. So we are here to talk about potentially bringing a fight to them, if that suits our needs and yours as well. Because if they do not get dealt with and they have the numbers that they do, from what you all have told us and Luke has regaled me with as well, it will only take a matter of time before they will eventually overtake us here. And if you all are not here, that will be almost certain.
Well, an outfit like this, I don't know if we need to fully eliminate them, but if we take care of their leadership, to stabilize it some, and also they have limited. And as Ken's like saying this, he's like writing down general thoughts on the piece of paper, and he's like writing Big Al because we did hear that name. Circle around that, and then put a line through it, and then say, like, just drawing as he's talking and writing. They also had limited weapons. They have a good collection of these flintlocks that are very outdated but easier to maintain. And they have that large cannon. If we can eliminate the two big problems of the leadership and their source of their armory, then you just got a bunch of ragtags running around.
Raynard kind of chimes up at the end of that and says, "Yep, you know best than anybody else here. Cut the head off the snake. I think that big ass boat y'all told me about, that's the problem. If we could get that to go, that'll solve most of our problem." we should be able to deal with any stragglers that might try to come back. Tinsdale kind of chimes up after that as well. While I understand the sentiment, Reynard, the problem is trying to assault a relatively heavily armed ship undetected and deal with it there.
That's why you go where they don't want to be.
He just kind of like pauses.
They're
There's a
on the water.
possibility.
They're not in the water. They don't want to be in the water.
Most people and things don't want to be in the water around these parts. Not to mention that while the town and you all did a very good job holding off the assault of upwards of 40 people, a direct assault on one with 40, 50, 60. We're even unsure of how many people are on that boat, correct? He just kind of like looks at Reynard and looks at all of you.
We're not entirely certain. We do know they were taking slaves.
Regardless, a direct assault will most likely lead in failure, in my opinion. You can see Reynard kind of get like a little bit, get her dander up a little bit. She's just kind of like, you can tell she has that. You can tell that she has that like, shut the fuck up, you fucking nerd vibe going on. Like, well, Mr. Smart guy, what do you think we should do? Because either way, I'm pretty much out of commission for a fucking hot minute. Plus, up in my years, like, I shouldn't be going out there. We're gonna have to ask these kind of folks again to deal with our problems. They kind of like bicker back and forth a little bit like an old married couple. But you all get the vibe. It's just like they're not mad at each other. They're just mad at the situation and like trying to figure out how best to help their town out so it stays safe. Okay. Are you trying to do it sneakily, Ethan?
Nope. I'm just standing up and I'm just ripping drawers open and just like I'm just looking. I'm not being quiet about it.
You see, actually, here, give me a second. I come prepared. I need to pull my dice out. Luckily, my new desk setup makes it a lot easier. So,
While Brian's handling that, Kent is still just like ignoring Tinsdale and Evelyn, and is still in his own little like thought process, and he has notes written down with like hierarchy of like targets as Big Al, the guns, the cannon on the boat, and then he has on his notes like a written spot that says slaves, and then underneath that like a bubble that says if freed, potential allies. And he seems to be like mapping out the collective of thoughts is doing a not a direct approach, but it is like a systematic tearing down with the information they have.
Kathy, do you have any songs in that queue? Because it's not showing any for me.
Not yet, no. Just the one that's playing.
I did not hear one playing currently, so.
Turn your volume up.
Not like there's nothing on Spotify. It's in the queue. Is my thing.
Might be because it's a local.
Yeah, so if it's
Here,
local
let me
songs.
try one that's actually on.
Oh, yep, there it goes.
Okay, so I just can't use local stuff.
Cool.
Sorry,
Excellent.
we're figuring out how to share music amongst those of us who are just playing.
That is cool.
Yeah, because I can just click a new one and...
All right.
And you guys can also add to the queue, but I wouldn't unless you know it's DMCA free.
DMCA, yeah. All right, Num, you wind up rummaging through and you find a relatively small, like, potato masher.
I don't like that face he just made.
Is this all I find?
Mostly, yeah. Like, Tinsdale's not a great cook. It's
So
kind of barren
knives,
for
spoons.
utensils. Like, yeah, there's like knives and normal like cutlery and stuff, but
Like-
not a lot of like advanced cooking things.
Like, yeah, like, am I looking like, I don't know. Okay, so there's no like hand mixer, no all like manual, even a whisk, even like a
Yeah,
whisk thing.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. Like, I'll say that there's a whisk there you can find.
yeah. And I'm gonna grab the whisk and I'll be like this to them. And
They all
I
kind of like look at you, partially confused.
it, and I'm like trying to like he just sits there and starts looking at the ceiling like
Let him cook. Let him cook.
yeah. And then I'm like, it's got the hand crank with these on it, like a egg beater whisk thing majig.
What does?
We need one that has a drill.
Oh, you want a hand drill?
Yeah.
Like you see Tinsdale like tram up like an auger.
Sure, whatever that is. Yeah.
One of the smaller ones.
Yeah. Something that could be used in the water, right?
Tinsdale kind of like thinks on that for a moment. I think I see the idea that you're proposing, and correct me if I'm wrong. You're wanting to go into the water and drill holes into the bottom of the boat.
Gonna need a lot bigger holes than that.
Not that much bigger. And he's gonna go like this, and he's gonna be like, about yay big is all we need, right?
Unfortunately, in ships of those sizes, the amount of time and effort you would need to be in the water to make it take on enough water for it to be a problem seems very unfeasible.
Oh, that's what
to me.
no. That's what the explosives come in.
Well, then you see Raynor chime up like, yeah, let's blow this motherfucker up. Think about it. You get somebody, take some explosives. Tinsdale, you still have those actual charges and stuff, right? A couple left from your recyclers, and he seemed kind of like exasperated. They'd be like, yes, I have some left. That is a possibility.
I'm gonna run over. I'm gonna grab like 5 pieces of paper and grab a pencil. I want to run back to. Are there magnets on the fridge?
There are a couple, yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna start sticking them on the refrigerator, and I'm just gonna start drawing a game plan of how we're going to drill a hole in the boat, sticking some form of explosive into it, and then I'm just gonna like wild hand like done.
While Dumb's doing that, Ken's just gonna be sitting back by like DT and Lulu and like, his manic energy is being the most productive I've ever seen it.
Indeed.
And I'm just gonna go.
Jazz hands. You know, I was remembering that idea. I got in the similar vein of something I was thinking of. Say Tinsdale.
Yes.
Off chance, but you would be the guy I would think of. Do you have any thermite?
If only.
Damn. Well, Numb's plan it is then.
You see Tinsdale kind of like thinking. He's like looking at Sheriff Raynard. I think your companion's plan has some merit. My thoughts from all of the primitive weapons that we all have seen them, I would warrant a guess that these raiders have a very large stockpile of black powder somewhere on this ship. I feel that's a fair and safe assessment to have. That on top of the fact that they have a large black powder cannon on the
Yeah.
top. My guess would be it is somewhere safely on the boat. Not where it would get wet, so it probably won't be on the bottom where most of these captives are that you're speaking of. As our kind sheriff has reminded me, I still have 3 sticks of dynamite left from my supply for the recyclers and a little bit of plastic.
And I'm just
If-
gonna light up like a light bulb. He's gonna just like,
If this is the route we are choosing to take, I could very easily rig them along with a timing device and make a very crude bomb for you all, assumingly, because that is most likely who is going to have to venture on this mission.
Yeah. What I was thinking of instead of a head-on assault was something along these veins anyway. Small group going in, assessing the situation, taking things out as quietly as we can.
We only need one person to truly sneak into and find the stockpile and activate the timer on the bomb. And let's just say, if that does happen, I wish you all the best of luck and safe travels and return back here, but that would solve all of the problems with these bandits.
Are we gonna do anything with the people they captured? Or is that just collateral?
We,
You can see him kind of like deep sigh at that. While it would be nice, we have to look at our own first. Our own people's safety first and foremost. Would we like you to try to save them? Yes. Is that a logical conclusion? That is still to be determined and up to all of your judgments.
when Tinsdale's saying this, Kent is just circling free the slaves in his own little notes he's been doing.
I don't really have a good option for that one, because they're probably in the bottom of the boat.
Most likely, and as I have stated before, direct assault, getting, who knows, 30 plus civilians off of the ship while also trying to blow it up, that seems very unlikely. And while it is tragedy, unfortunately, that may be what it comes down to. You can see Reynard kind of like weighing it over in her head, like back and forth. She's just like, it looks at Kent. I already know what you're circling over there on that paper, but
Never heard-
you of all people know that sometimes, like that one said, that's just collateral of the situation.
I'm aware. Never hurts to try.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
It'll probably hurt to try a lot, actually.
You see, fucking Reynard kind of like, not scoffs, but kind of like Just like laughing at that a little bit, just like appreciating the snarkiness. Either way, we're not going to ask you to try to save those people. We've already asked you to save all the ones that are here. If you guys all decide you want to do that, that's of your own volition. We're begrudgingly okay with that as collateral damage. It's not something we want to happen, but we also won't want y'all to wind up leaving town and then all these people come back and kill everybody here or kidnap them. You know, it's lesser of two evils in that choice, and all you probably know there's a lot of them choices nowadays.
Yep. The other thing we gotta see if they stay solely on the boat or if they have any place on land somewhere out there they hold up at.
You can see Tinsdale kind of like in deep ponder during all this conversation as he's kind of like quieted up a little bit. Something I could do would give you guys a little bit of time. I could send out a couple of my recyclers to scout the boat's location and get a little bit more intel for you all while you prepare for this. If this is seemingly this is what the plan is going to be.
DT, you're the only one who hasn't weighed in yet.
How many boats do you have?
Tinsdale's probably got in his like personal fleet or in like the town. Are you asking like
Just
Tinsdale's?
town. Just
Just
town.
There's probably like upwards of 20. Not all of them are like the motorboats and stuff, though. There's a lot of like rafts and like kind of more makeshift boats. Tinsdale probably has 6 of like the motorized boats, like the one that Luke grabbed for you guys during combat.
How many boats was it altogether? I'm sorry.
6 of the motorized boats under Tinsdale's like personal stock that the recyclers use. But there's other boats that are just kind of like more like the makeshift rafts, like through town for like fishing and things like that.
You could probably. Could you like tie them off to the motor boats? Like you obviously wouldn't go fast, but could you like put them together in a fashion that you could get to a place?
Possible.
Because if we choose where we assault this boat, you could have people bring those boats out there and possibly save people, right? Instead of just putting them into the water.
Kind of thinks on that for a minute. I very much agree. Something else that might be mindful of the situation, assaulting this boat on open water, as you've proposed as well, seems very lackluster. If we were able to have the boat lured into a cityscape, I feel like getting all of these people, even if we didn't have enough transportation in the moment, we could at least board them up with people to protect them while we could shuttle them back here. I think that might be something to think about as well. not to mention trying to board said boat from water level seems very foolish to me. If you set up an ambush point, perhaps it would be easier to either maybe jump down onto the boat, like the cannon will have less free reign to shoot. Like a cityscape seems more tactically advantageous to you all. So
I agree.
And would you and everyone else in town be willing to help set up that cityscape and create something that we could create a scenario where we could save the people that are taken on this boat? Thus, deal with the boat.
we will assist you in as best we can. I don't think we'll be able to send everyone, but I could convince some of my recyclers to assist in this as well.
Just some extra getaway drivers.
Because also, while you all are gone, we don't want to send out all of our forces, so to speak, just in case something also happens here back at home.
Yeah. If we could have one or two of your recyclers that are real good on the water lure the boat into one of these cityscape places, that would give us time, and then they could be we could prep the ambush place to have both us waiting to jump onto the boat and makeshift rafts there that your recyclers could pull. Have them there pre-set up at the location.
This seems like a possibility, yes. Also, if any of you would want to go with some of the recyclers I'm sending to scout, you're more than welcome to, but it's not necessary as well if you would like to stay in town.
I'm gonna look, grab my bag, kind of rifle through it. Be like, grab one bowling pin, walk over to DT, and just give him my bags. And just look at him and be like, no, we do it. We're going. We go. Not DT. I'm looking at Tinsdale. Be like, better late than never. And I'm just gonna like go out the door.
All right.
I think
Yeah, I was just saying, I'm just going to wrap up any other conversation that is being had because something will be happening after this conversation.
I really like the ambush idea. They seem pretty aggressive. I think they'd be easy to goad into a chase. Kent will look at Lulu and DT. What do you guys think?
They're very organized, so if we catch them while they're in motion, it's probably better, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I can almost guarantee that a lot of the people that are following them are people that have no other choice. And I think that if having a town or a home where they don't have to make those same choices, we can maybe not have to fight as many people.
Yeah.
And then that could also solve maybe the town's problem of not having people that can fight. Because once we're gone, there's nothing, like you've got to change the scenario in some way. Because right now you're just waiting for someone else to do the same thing. So you have to change something.
Raynard like taps their nose. Unfortunately, yeah, you're right, and we usually get by with what we got, but that's something I'm. Yep. She like jots down a note to herself.
DT, I like that you're already thinking ahead to the positive outcomes.
Gotta do something.
Yeah, but Lou's got a point. They're pretty organized, and they're probably used to being the aggressors and having the upper hand. I think it'd be pretty easy to catch them off guard. They won't expect it.
I mean, yeah, they're freaking riding around in a tank with a cannon.
As this conversation kind of wraps up, you guys hear a single shot ring out. Everybody can go ahead and make a cognition roll. Hearing base.
Look at my character sheet again.
First roll of the day. What do I do?
Can I make a site-based cognition? Since I'm like,
yeah,
I just kind of walked out.
no, you can just make a flat cognition roll.
All right.
Oops.
Okay. I only got a 4.
DT got an 8.
I got a 6 because I get pluses. Am I wounded? No. Okay.
Yeah, y'all wouldn't be wounded if I recall.
We had
Path.
time to get fixed up, yeah.
I have a 20. I got a 21 with eagle eyes.
I got nervous because I didn't hit the bot thing quick enough, so it rolled 1 and is like critical fail. I'm like, fucking botcha hearing check. You go deaf in one ear.
While it is, because it's getting a little bit dark out, so you won't be able to see exactly what is going on over there, but so anybody who beat a 5 or beat a 7 will be able to hear this. You'll get a little bit more because you have vision on the area. But you hear a single shot ring out, and you see it kind of like go out from this guard tower. And you can see one of the guards kind of like scramble into the tower, and you hear the bell ring twice, and then it goes quiet. But anybody who got that 7 knows that it came from this direction. You have a little bit more information. As
I didn't hear shit.
folks inside kind of like quickly get up and like scurry outside to meet up. They'll eventually, you guys will meet up with Gnome that's out there as well.
Yeah, look at Raynard and be like, that don't sound good.
What
Head
was that?
out.
What happened? Why is everybody standing?
And I'm standing there with like the knife in like my teeth, and I'm like looking at where the guard, like the area of the guard tower, and I'm looking at them as they're walking out. And I'm just gonna be like, like, well, sooner than we expected. And I'm gonna slowly start undressing.
Actually, hold on. I might have. I think I did the wrong guard tower. Give me just a second. Walkway.
Numb's like, it's too late. I'm already naked.
I'm getting there.
Okay, no, it's the northern one. My bad.
So the one here.
Yeah, up at the top of the map.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna be like, as I said, I was sitting on the post when that all happened, and I was just like, oh. And then, as I said, I'm like gonna be looking at them and just be like, all right, And now I know it's the Northwind and be like, oh, back to the old stomping grounds, and they like just start taking articles of clothing off.
Well, and there, so like Tinsdale, all of them kind of like get out there. There are two options you guys have to get there. You can either take a boat, one of Tinsdale's boats, and get over there, or you can go on the walkway bridge over to the scrapyard and then kind of make your way over the rubble wall to that direction.
Could we take a
Yes.
boat, Tinsdale?
Yes, we can.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna start. I'm not getting on the boat.
I want on the boat.
Same.
The boat has room for 4 passengers. So whoever wants to go on the boat.
I mean,
let me
are the
know.
other people?
Raynard better be staying.
Actually, I'm gonna go run over to the bar. That's the first thing I'm gonna do. I'm gonna Bruce, Bruce, come on, Bruce.
Bruce is just fucking knocked the fuck.
I'm like shaking Bruce. I'm like, come on, wake up, come on, we gotta go, gotta do stuff.
Yeah.
Fuck. And it's just gonna be like, fuck. All right, and then just like run out the door, like.
All right. So you will show up there slightly later.
That's fine.
I guess I'll take the footbridge just to get a little higher perspective of what's going on.
So Tinsdale's not going to go. He offers you his boat, but Raynard's going to be taking the boat over there.
Okay.
Because she I don't know if you said that like audibly, like you better not
No.
be going, but yeah.
No, I didn't say that.
She just kind of like hops in, clicks everything out, like, come on, fuckers, if you're coming.
Oh yes, you did.
That's right.
Oh yeah, oh yes, you did. Oh,
To me.
got it.
You better. You had a rough day. You better be staying here. I'll fucking drive that boat.
Don't have that as command.
Yep, finish chewing your charcuterie.
You see her kind of like do the slow head turn back at you. Well, excuse the fuck out of me, mister. Last I recall, you ain't the boss of me in this town. So you getting in or what?
Yeah, I'm getting in.
I know I was beat up, but your friend healed me up right quick. Pretty good, so you worry about yourself, old man. Kind of has that like little sass as she like gets the boat prepped.
So there's enough room on the boat for
One
Evelyn, DT.
Yeah, so
Everyone but
no, there's driver. There's 4 passengers that can fit on the boat. So if all of you want to go on the boat, you are more than welcome to.
I think
Put it back,
Num
please. That's mine.
is scampered off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Num scampered off. So
I'm hopping on the boat for quickest way to get there.
yeah, Deputy Comforts is gonna also stay behind with Tinsdale just in case. All right.
Ooh, there's room on the boat.
Okay.
Okay. Card tower. Oh no, I guess. Oh, never mind. Comforts does come with as well, since there's room. All right, so the squad moves up there. Let me grab all of you real quick.
Oh, grab me.
Oh, Rupert, you stay here. I'm just gonna move y'all over there. You do have a boat over here. I'll just move one of these boats. Take a quick jaunt over that way. Set the boat up It's starting to get a little bit darker now as well, so if you guys have flashlights, those would be helpful.
Do I?
But Reynard and Comforts get their weapons out, kind of like start moving in a little bit slowly, just kind of looking around, scanning the area as well. So, how would you guys like to approach?
I have a flashlight on my gun.
I have a
It's
I have
probably
a
duct
flash.
taped on.
I have a flashlight in my hand.
I have a flashlight as well.
I'm keeping the flashlight pointed low and on the water first, Brian. So like that way it's just not up and around. It's just kind of like at the ready.
I have a flash of the town.
And I'm sitting here. I am the knight.
Alrighty. As you guys are kind of like moving through, feel free to give me rolls of what you would like to do. Some options could be like tracking, cognition, like, or if you have a different idea, go ahead and pitch it, and I'll let you know if you get anything.
I think I'll do a track and roll.
Both my search and cognition are the same, so it doesn't really matter.
So a lot of the times when there's like skill checks like these, if you roll something more specific, you might get different information, obviously. So for whatever that is worth.
Ooh, I need to double check my. I don't think mine. Do I have anything that adds to my tracking?
If you have keen.
No, I'm looking at my gear.
Oh, okay.
Because being a Texas Ranger, I have a whole bunch of nonsense. Gotta pull up my cheat sheet. Forgot to do that.
My dice, sorry.
Oh, it's survival
5,
that my thing adds to.
6. I got a 7.
I only got a 3.
Information for Num also. Something that you noticed that seemed kind of off to you is when you ran past the scrapyard. Like you guys also knew that Luke had gone in there to just kind of like check in on the recyclers and do his daily stuff over there. When you ran past there, and y'all would have kind of been able to see it too as you drove past in the boat, but just kind of the task at hand more had your focus a little bit more. But all of the lights were out at the scrapyard.
Is it past curfew?
No, the power is still currently on.
I guess on my way back, because the thing is, I had to run past. I'm running past it twice technically.
Yeah, so
Right.
that's why I was just like, you'll have a little bit more sway of like going in that direction than everybody else currently.
Yeah. I guess when I get to that point, like I'll like be running and then I'll like look and then look at the town and then look at it and be like, huh. And then like run up the stairs and kind of like kick in the door and like look around and be like, hey.
I will get back to you in a minute, Gnome. All right, so the other scouting party. So what y'all doing? I know I heard a cognition and a tracking.
I rolled only a 3 for tracking.
Okay.
A 7 for cog.
Alrighty. DT, you doing anything?
Can I use scrutinize?
In what sense? Because that's usually more in social situations.
Okay.
Like what are you trying to accomplish? I could maybe clarify it.
Just the situation, like I feel like it could be a little different than it is. Like the light being out. Why are they firing a shot and then doing something at the guard tower?
So I will give you the fact, because you made the initial cognition check to hear where it was coming from, right?
I did, yeah.
So you would have heard like, it wasn't like a shot up in the air. It was like shot, alarm bell almost immediately started going off after that, and then it went silent. So something being, most of like all of your vets clearly like potentially something like attacked one of the guards is something you could surmise from the situation.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Are they like good old like brass bell ringing, or are
Yes.
these electrical?
No, they are standard come get your fucking dinner
Okay,
bells.
dinner bell, got it. Great.
Okay. So I don't know if that changes what you would want to do, DT, with a little bit more information.
I mean, I can use tracking. I was just looking for a different skill than Clark had used.
At a meta level, I'll let you guys know that the tracking skill will get you guys the most information out of this.
You could just roll better than me. I
Got an
only got a
11.
3, buddy. There you go.
What did you get, Henry?
11.
11? Okay, cool. Then Lulu, what did you get on your cognition?
7.
7? Okay, cool. Yeah, and you guys don't get the -4 for it being dark because you guys all have lights, so that's good too. All right. You guys wind up getting all of the information from this scenario. Even though Kent rolled a 3, I was just giving some pluses to you guys as well for Reynard and comforts. So you guys just got a couple pluses innately to your rolls for the D to TNs. All right, as you guys kind of like fan out and you're scanning the areas, you're making your way up to the guard tower. Kent, you notice that you're sticking a little bit more closer towards the water. You said you're shining your light at the water.
Yeah.
You can notice that there's a pair of wet tracks from the water's edge that kind of like, you can see that they are heading towards the guard tower, but you also see them going back into the water.
Okay.
So you see, essentially, you see a path that direction, and then also returning back.
Something
Similar.
something came out and then went back in.
Yep.
Okay.
DT, as you're kind of like looking around in like the guard shack area, the guard either stumbled or was knocked back into the alarm bell, and then you can see kind of like where Kent points out, you can see more like drag marks as a body, like their body was dragged back into the water.
Yeah, it looks like they're already here, still here, or came back already. And I think.
Can I ask if
town is
they're
gonna be under attack?
Can I ask if it's booted, bare feet?
That's what I was gonna get to next as well.
Okay.
You do, both of you that are tracking, like these are not animal footprints, they are bare feet of something humanoid. Like there are feet prints, not
Okay.
boot prints,
Where
to be
crocodiles?
specific.
Shh, Kathy, no.
And Lulu, as you're like, all you guys are kind of like looking this over. The guard's rifle is just lying above the water line. And as you kind of like look it over, only a single round has been fired from it. So that was at least the shot that you heard.
Do I have a rifle skill? No.
No, we use pistols in this house.
Does it have a sling on it, or is it just flat rifle?
It's just a rifle. It's just one of the town's rifles.
I just don't want to get jumped and, you know, someone can pick up an extra gun. Actually, I'll carry that in my left hand.
Well, I was gonna say, like,
I'll strap it
if
to
you want, like, Comforts or Raynard will take the rifle back with them because they'll bring it back to the.
Yeah, whatever
police
works. I just
station.
don't want it to be picked up by someone or something.
But yeah, that takes only a few minutes. Essentially, they're kind of like, okay, this is odd, and then they also bring up the fact that the power's out at the scrapyard, and they're like, we should probably go take a look at that as well.
Yeah.
So if you guys want to go there as well, you and Num will kind of like converge at the same time at the scrapyard. Like Num will be there a little bit before you guys kind of like kick into the door like, hey, what's going on over here? But you guys will be very shortly behind.
Okay.
Actually, because the power is controlled from Raynor's, or not Raynor's, but Tisdale place, right?
That is where the main power comes from. You could probably assume that each one has its own like breaker system, so it can be manually turned off per building. That is something that you guys probably would have found out in your time spent here in town.
Or we probably just saw wires.
Yep. I will give you. Go ahead and make another cognition, Num, since you're more up there at the place right now.
18. Plus
Okay.
2 from, or it's plus 2 from Eagle Eye, yeah?
Yep.
So yeah, 20.
From everything that you can see, the wires connecting to the scrapyard don't seem to be severed, but that's not saying that they might not be somewhere further down, like along the building, but that you can't see at the moment. But like the power cables running to it seem undamaged.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna go like full ape mode and just kind of like start like climbing and scaling and like following the cables.
Okay.
To see if I could track down the circuit box or circuit breaker or something.
I'll also just kind of give you with that, like you climb up onto the roof, you can see down enough to where you can see where it runs into the building. It all seems to be in one piece. So as you do that, and get kind of back down towards the entrance, that's when all of you will meet up in the entrance of Tinsdale's workshop, or not workshop, is scrapyard. That's where this map comes in. I had a better one, but Immigrant's being dumb, so.
And it's just kind of funny because y'all are just gonna show up and then Num's just gonna hop from the jump down from the roof and I'm butt ass naked with a knife.
What else is new?
This is just the way we're doing this.
You know, there would be a time this would surprise me, and I'm strangely not sure how I feel about the level of comfort I'm getting. Something snuck up at the guard tower, though, Num. Out of the water.
Who's just gonna pop a flask or drink open and drink again before this starts.
I'm gonna like sit there in front of the door for a second, like kind of like thinking, picking my teeth. And I'm just gonna sit there and be like, so the power comes from Tinsdale's. This place is the only thing that's out. So I wonder if any of us should be check out Tinsdale's place, make sure things aren't messed up over there.
Raynard.
I was gonna say, Raynard and Deputy Comforts offers to go and run over and check for you guys, but Raynard also says if something was off, and especially since it's his place, he would probably already be over here. So she just looks at
And-
Comforts. Hey, go let him know something's up. We're gonna check this out.
Yeah, but maybe that Tinsdale's the boss of this place, and maybe they have a very similar idea of what we're doing. So you take Tinsdale out of the picture, and town falls apart. So maybe people need to stay with Tinsdale while we're handling whatever's going on here.
Deputy Comforts just kind of like acknowledges that, heads off that way. Because Reynard also kind of chimes up. While that is partially true, like we also still, I know he's not. Sometimes don't seem like the brightest crayon in the box, but there's Luke too. But I know he was over here doing some inventory and whatnot, making sure.
Gear isn't there, so and
Yeah.
I'm just like. My brain, you just see the gears are just fucking turning in fucking Numb's head. Just
So, Comforts goes back to Tinsdale's shop, and then Reynard's gonna stay with you all here because this is where Luke is at, or
Okay.
was at.
Brian, I'm only gonna have 2 of my pistols out at the ready.
there. Question about the building is there's only one way in.
They're currently
Actually, better yet, can I take the best of my ability of looking around to seeing if there's anything that's showing around the building? Like looking around to see if there's any other entry points, if there's
So you guys would know from being here, first floor. So like the second story that you guys are on, those are just windows that are up on the top, like right here.
Mhm.
There's only one entrance and it starts on the bottom floor.
okay.
Every other entrance point on there is like a window of some sort.
Yeah, I just want to see if there's any. I guess would it be tracking, looking for anything that's going on, like marks that shouldn't be on the walls, if there's a hole, if there's anything that's not normal from the time that we were there.
Yeah, that could be
Is
a
it tracking, or would that be cognition?
That could be a tracking roll.
Ooh.
Tracking or I will also allow a search because you're looking for something specific.
Okay, yeah,
So
I'm gonna.
depending on what you roll, they will give you different information.
Okay, so I will search for like anything that doesn't, something that stands out that we didn't notice before.
And the rest of you, if you want to assist with these as well, you're more than welcome to. Like, because I don't believe Gnome has a light currently.
I do not.
So, or if you guys want to roll tracking or search or whatever
Also,
you would like to.
Also, I got the third hand has the flashlight. Click.
I got a 7. I got a 7 on my search and roll.
All right.
I'm just shining wherever he wants it to, like, shine and look around.
And like I'll say, if you want me to make a climbing roll, like I will say that I'm gonna like do the whole like hopping over the edge and like holding on to things and like looking and like going full in instead of just like going, oh, like I'm like getting the best view I can of each side wall.
Okay. Is anybody else rolling anything?
Can I just so what are you specifically looking at, Ethan?
Just seeing if there's anything that wasn't a functional entrance.
Anything
so
that was
holes
stood
in the
out?
walls. Yeah, anything that would have stood out that's not
Gotcha.
normal. So like a hole in the wall,
Busted
like,
window.
but yeah, busting out window, things like that, where it's like could have been another entry point other than the front door.
I want to just basically follow the I'm assuming a power line with the flashlight to see if there's something that's been broken or cut or something like that along the way.
No, Num did, I believe,
You
state
did that?
Yeah.
Okay,
I,
cool.
I didn't vocalize that. I didn't vocalize. I guess. Yeah, I didn't vocalize that everything looks fine from out here.
Okay, got it.
You could be looking along the water, since we know something swam like up at the guard tower. Maybe something swam in here.
Yeah, I can do that. Is that a cog or a search or?
Depending on what you want to roll is you can roll search, tracking, cognition, whichever one you would like. They have different TNs and
Do a
different
search
information.
just along in and along the water. Or
So what are you
for
searching?
clearly something humanoid in the water, some kind of critter in the water. Whatever
Okay.
works. There's an 8. There's a 6. I can do math. 14 plus 2, 16. And it's just pistol out. Scanning.
Similarly, actually, hold on, let me double check.
I'm making him check his notes.
Yeah, you confuse the marshal. That's how you win.
I'm just making sure I'm not giving you information I shouldn't be giving you.
That's fair.
As you know, Deadlands books.
Yeah.
Very familiar with that.
This is a modge podge of where things are located at.
And then making sure you're getting the right information.
He's gonna give us information for the next chapter. We're gonna be like, the what? Yeah, you see signs of the platter gator puss in there. I'm sorry, the what now?
Okay. As you
Yeah.
do, Lulu, you do notice that there is a similar set of like they're less defined here because obviously it's a wood dock that you're like kind of like walking on, walking down the stairs to the lower level. But you do see kind of like a watery trail that is there. It's like recently wet.
Okay. Is it going somewhere in particular?
Into the building.
Which entrance?
There's only one entrance. It's on the lower level.
Oh, okay. I guess she'll state that. Just kind of nudge Kent, then shine her light on the water on the ground.
Either same person hit there, or get two similar people comfortable with swimming.
And Numb, as you kind of like scan and look through, like everything seems the same as it was. Like you don't see any extra or additional entryways or damage of any sort.
Well, we should probably go and check, case the place.
Are the windows able to be opened from the top floor?
Not particularly without kind of also damaging them from the outside.
Anything I can do with my knife to like jimmy them open a little bit? Like,
As I stated, not without damaging them, no.
No fun, Ethan. No fun of any kind.
well, you see. What would you like me to do to do this? I've got lock picking, if that helps at all. I've got
I will say
I I could bite through the frame.
Chomps his teeth on, starts burning like a glass cutter.
I will let you do a sleight of hand roll. I'm gonna
Okay.
say the TN's gonna be pretty high to do what you want to do without damaging the window.
I mean, at this point, I don't care if damaging it is in the deal, because we prevented enough damage. A little bit of damage is expected.
That's fair.
Brian,
What is I was gonna say, what is everybody else doing in this? I know Lulu's down bottom still, and it kind of like not shouted up, but like spoke up to you guys
Yeah.
about the tracks that they found down there.
I'm gonna head towards the front door and both guns out, clicking off the flashlight and other hand on the door. I'm getting ready to go breach in and go. Like, it's not full on breach SWAT team, but like I'm ready to go tactically enter.
Yeah, DT will be by the front door as well.
Oh no, I
Okay.
fell over.
I guess also my question, Ethan, what you have a crowbar, correct?
Not on me.
Okay. So the only problem, yeah, the only problem also with what you're trying to do, so like there are like windows that you can potentially, let me think. So the normal standard windows without kind of like climbing and scaling down a rather sheer surface on the building, like you wouldn't be able to get to the ones that are up like where you guys walk on the walkways. Those are like large pane glass windows, but they're also reinforced with like tin sheet metal on the backside. So like jimmying those isn't particularly possible.
I'm just trying to crack open a window to get in.
Yeah, so the other ones
That's it. That's
well,
literally like
the ones that you would be able to do that on are on the first level on the back side of the building over the water.
Well.
You can do that if you would like at your own risk.
Lou's dumbass is gonna just slowly follow the trail of water and wet.
It leads up to the front door. The door is currently shut.
I'll open it. Fuck it.
Is it the one we're at?
Yes.
Okay.
It's on the lower level of the docks, on the kind of like left side of the building on the map.
So it's the same one we were. There's only one front entrance.
Correct.
Okay.
DT's gonna have out his sword.
Okay.
Not his gun.
You figure out what you're doing yet? You gonna Mission Impossible this shit?
Like, I'm gonna, like, I guess look around and peek over the edge and look and just kind of be like,
I was gonna say I will let you know if you fall. It's about like a 30-foot drop into the water from where.
Yeah. No, I'm like on my belly, kind of like looking. I'm like, huh. And I'm just gonna be like, and then just like stand up and trot back to like the entrance.
Okay.
I'm just gonna look kind of like depressed. I'm gonna be like,
Seeing Lulu
and then,
back.
like a little pouting.
Sorry, buddy.
Raynard's gonna kind of let you guys take point. She's gonna run rear guard for you guys.
I'll let Lulu open the door, and I'm gonna hang back to like just when the door's open to cover
All
her.
guns.
Or yeah.
So DT's got sword. Kent's got all 4 guns.
Just two.
2. Okay.
2, and then the other left hand has a flashlight, but it's off.
Raynard has, they holstered their pistol, and they just have the rifle that you guys picked up out as well.
And I'm gonna stay outside the door.
Okay.
I'm just gonna like post up. So you say show like from the looks of it, it's not like it's like the staircase that goes up,
Yeah,
right?
so like if you guys look at the map, so right here
This is
on
the
this,
dock here.
yeah, so there's the lower dock, which is like the smaller part, and there's a staircase from here that goes downstairs, and then the entrance is kind of like in the middle of this building on this wall.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like post myself up in the corner, like I don't know, under the steps, whatever, but where I can watch the door.
If they get past us, they won't get past our crackhead.
There.
Okay. Kent will look at Lulu and just give a nod like we're, ready.
All right. So the first floor, as both floors are entirely dark, but you guys have flashlights. Good.
Yep.
We'll have hers on and shine it at head level.
All right.
At her head level?
Probably a little higher.
Or it's up.
As you guys kind of like make your way into the first floor, as with most things in this town, like the floor is kind of slick and wet, as there's like an inch or so of water that's kind of like accrued in the building just from being close to water level. So as you kind of like follow those tracks inside, you kind of lose them in the wetness of the floor.
Shit. And Lulu's just gonna scan. Like there's no stealthing. She has a flashlight in a doorway, so she's just gonna do an immediate quick scan.
Yeah.
You guys can still make sneak rolls. They're obviously just gonna have some minus, or the TN for anything that sees you guys will have pluses to find you clearly.
I'm gonna be moving more with caution, just like moving cautiously and just being on alert.
Okay.
Do you want us to go ahead and put our tokens in on?
Yep. Go ahead and move yourselves as you wish. It's a little bit more cluttered and unorganized down here, as you guys like saw before. This is a main part of where a lot of the newer reclamations come into, so it's not all sorted and whatnot like the upstairs is. So moving around, if you guys didn't have lights, you'd probably be banging and bumping into stuff.
I'll see these steps, and I'll look to Kent and Lulu, or DT and Lulu, and just be like, point to myself with my free hand, and I'm gonna go up there, point at both of them, and tell them, it's silently communicating like I'm gonna go up there and check it. You guys, head that way.
I'm also incorrect. Sorry. I set this map down wrong. You guys will be... So, like, this door doesn't exist. That's just a window. This is also just windows.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense. That changes my actions, then.
Yes. Sorry. I did not orient it.
No, Jana's
So-
rolls just got crushed.
I'm not touching anything.
That was me. My game is freaking out. So yeah, you guys will be in this center entrance right here.
Okay.
Where's
Where'd my man go?
There he is.
The fuck am I? Brian
Where
squashed me.
Did I?
I think you
don't
did.
so.
There's Numb.
I don't know where Lulu.
Banished to the Shadow Realm.
There's Lulu. Ethan found her.
I think you guys got like ricocheted somewhere else.
Yeah, it was over off on the red
Where
with
did you
the
put me?
face
Alright.
up.
Where'd you
I
put
put her at the entrance.
Where's
Ah.
Kent at?
I'm
Yeah.
here. I
Oh.
found my guy.
Okay.
I put him on the board.
All right. And Raynard, I just had her, I thought.
She's right here.
Oh, okay. She turned sideways. I couldn't see her. So she's just going to be running rear guard for y'all.
Okay. I would start making my way this way and just moving slowly and cautiously.
Mm-hmm.
I'm keeping the flashlight low, mostly just to see where I'm stepping.
Yep, and you got that, like, sloshy steps. Movement's a little bit slow because there's about, like I said, a couple inches of water. Also, like, without shining the light at your feet, sometimes you kind of, like, step unevenly.
Mm-hmm.
I go this way.
Yeah.
I guess.
It's basically all the movements of sneaking without actually sneaking, like all the footwork.
Mm-hmm. And also for simplicity, when you guys, I'm assuming you're eventually going to make your way up the stairs, it will be the same layout, just in reverse.
Gotcha. Can we roll like a cognition or anything for like looking around?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. You know, when you just look at your sheet, you should know what your thing was, but you can't remember, so you look again anyway.
I got a 6 for cognition. I just heard the spawning noise. I'm nervous.
No, that was me rolling.
Oh, okay.
GT got a 13 for cognition.
Explosion. 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 I got 19.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting combat, so I didn't have my physical dice prepped.
All right, you guys all make your way kind of like through to the conclusion point of being the stairs. Kent, you're going to get there a little bit before everybody because I know you stated before you're heading that direction.
Yeah.
But as you guys are making your way there, like you haven't found anything or any signs of real like disturbance that doesn't look unnatural. So like, them just kind of like throwing things around. But as you make your way to the stairs, all of you hear it. Actually, Num, if you want to roll a hearing-based cognition as well.
Yeah.
Raynard just kind of like posted up here until you guys make your way to the stairs, and then they will follow you as well.
I got an 8.
Okay. You wind up hearing this as well. You can hear glass breaking on the water side, kind of like where the windows you were looking to get into were at, on the far side. So this side of the building. You can hear on coming from the second story, like glass break, silence for a little bit, and then you just kind of hear off as like something went into the water.
We all heard that?
Yes. And Kent, as you like move up to the stairs, you see a similar like trail, a wet trail leading up the stairs.
And then hearing the glass break, I'm gonna pick up the pace more and
Okay.
I wanna... You said there's a window on the back side here somewhere? Or no? Not since you changed the orientation, I guess.
On the base level, yeah, there's like a few windows. Some of them are kind of boarded up though on the first level.
I just wanna get an eye out the window to see if I can spot ripples or something like that.
You're more than welcome to try. Like your vision's gonna be a little bit obscured, with the kind of like size that you have to look through the window, but you can try if you would like.
Sure. Another cog.
Do it.
8.
You kind of in the little purview that you have, kind of scan, and you can't see like anything floating in your direct view, and it's about you probably get like about a 10-foot view, so like 5 feet each direction from the window, just the way like the boards are panned up. But you don't see anything like floating in the water. So not much to be found there.
I'm gonna check out in here. This looks like an office. Even like in the warehouse setup it looks like that's why I was heading there, because I'm like, that looks like management office type of thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's on the second. This room isn't there. It's like a storage closet on the base floor. What on the on the base floor it's like an additional storage closet. On the top floor that's the office.
Yeah, I was going up the stairs.
Yeah, I was just clarifying that.
Go in, flashlight on, scanning the room.
Scan the room. Pretty empty. Paperwork and things about, but doesn't seem like this room has been disturbed recently.
Nothing in here, it's clear.
You can still follow the path of like the water trail.
Mm-hmm.
As it kind of like goes in throughout the warehouse floor. So you guys you spotted that, so you guys can follow that trail if you would like.
Okay.
I'm staying on the lower floor.
Okay, you're staying on the lower floor.
The trail's all is the trail all on the lower floor?
No, I went upstairs.
Yeah, lower floor you wouldn't be able to follow because the water that's on the floor makes it impossible to track down there.
Yeah, that's right. But they did come up here.
Yes.
But did it lead into the office?
No. So that's what I was trying to tell you before. Like, it doesn't.
Yeah.
Office is undisturbed. The trail of water is going towards like the warehouse floor on the second story.
Okay. I'll follow that.
All right.
Num's gonna hear the like crash and all that, and just hightail it to Tinsdale's place.
Okay.
Oh, such a sweet orange boy.
And then DT, are you following Kent?
Yes.
All right. Rainer's down here on the bottom floor. She's gonna stay down here as well. Just kind of watch Lulu's back, stick in pairs.
Lulu's just gonna. Did you hear it go in the water?
She's gonna nod her head. Yeah, I'm gonna watch this entrance just in case. She's got like her gun trained towards the entryway that you guys came in. I'm sure those two boys up there will be just fine. All right. You guys follow the path. It goes through shelves and aisles. It doesn't really seem to have any like real pattern to it, and you do wind up like kind of crossing its own path several times. That you're just kind of like weaving in and out throughout these shelves.
Mm-hmm.
Kent, since you were kind of closer to the stairs, you can pan out that about over here, where there's like a little bit from these where these two barrels are on that map, is where that noise kind of like originated from. If you guys want to like go over that way a little bit quickly after you follow the trail for a little bit and kind of just realize like, oh, okay. It does eventually yeah, so it just kind of like meanders around the floor a little bit, but that is where you heard that sound come from.
If we head over there, do we see a broken window?
You do.
Is it broken in or out?
It appears to be broken out. And right below the windowsill, you can see that there's like a corpse in front of it.
Oh,
Go ahead and give me a guts check, you both. It's a pretty low one because it's just a corpse, but
this is just Tuesday.
but from what you guys can see, like it's pretty badly mutilated, with some like open gash wounds and things like that.
I got total 7.
I got an 8.
Okay, you both are fine.
It's not Luke, is it?
It does not appear to be.
What does it look like he was attacked with or killed with?
It's hard to tell without getting close to investigate it.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go. Body.
While DT looks that over because he's more medically inclined, I will
So
watch
there,
his back and.
I will give you. You don't have to just medically look it over. Like, as with most investigation in this game, like you can roll other things to get other information as well.
Okay.
I will give you, since you made the roll prior. It does look like the water trail that you followed leads up to where this is at, but it kind of stops before the body. So whatever was there, you can assume it jumped out the window. And it is big enough to the point where it is like roughly person-sized hole in the window. It's not like just like the small break, like the whole window's busted
Yeah.
out.
I got a 15 medical to check this body out.
Okay. And also, if you want to, Lulu is downstairs if you want to yell at her to come upstairs and check it out as well.
I'll shout, we got a body up here. Because, like, it feels pretty confident that we've sweeped this place. It seems pretty empty.
Mm-hmm.
So, Ken's comfortable shouting.
She's gonna call back. What do you expect me to do with it?
Well, if you want to come up here and look at and investigate. Brian, something weird. Can I roll like a academia occult to see if this matches up with any weirdness? I like weird water people things or anything like that.
Absolutely. Lulu, if you come up, you eventually see the same scene I described before. If you want to roll anything, feel free.
I got a total of 9.
Okay. So so far we have had a medicine check and an occult roll. If you want to add anything else to that, you're more than welcome to. And then Raynard's gonna follow you up, but she's gonna stick near the top of the stairs to just kind of like watch your guys' back.
I don't really have much I can roll.
There's cognition, search.
Sure,
No.
I'll just throw another cognition at the wall. Now find each other a little bit.
But mother, I am comfy.
I got a 9.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna go with the medicine roll since that's what was rolled first. And DT, go ahead and give me just a flat cognition as well, please. Since you're kind of getting up in the nitty gritty of it.
11.
Okay. Thank you. All right. As you're kind of like looking this body over, you can tell medically that as you kind of like look through, there's like gashes and cuts. Some of them still open. The internal organs have been removed via a cut to the middle of the torso of this body. Moving more up towards the head area. At some point, this person also received. Or actually, just kind of like look over the entire body. Like, it seems like, and you haven't seen these done in a really long time. But like this body was part of an autopsy. You also, as you're kind of like looking it over, see as you move down towards the legs that he's got a like old school toe tag on his toe. And as you kind of like notice that, it's soggy and like barely held together, but it's like tied on with a metal wire. The tag says cause of death, natural causes, examining physician, Dr. Joseph Delacroix. Time date, August 2nd, 2094. Or 29, yeah, I guess I was wrong about the year. It's just 29, because I said it was 2095, so, but we will retcon that so it is 2095, so that would be about 3 days ago. It also has BRMH in all capital letters on it.
He said it was Dr.
Joseph Delacroix. As DT kind of like points that out, because there's like strange kind of like scribbling on the backside of the tag, and you go in to kind of take a more of a look at it, Kent. You look and see it, and you recognize it almost immediately. Especially with your dealings in the South back in the day. It is an old like black magic symbol that often has to associate itself with like resurrection or dealing with it, like raising the dead.
Okay.
So, yeah, essentially DT notices that Lulu, you immediately like clock in on that symbol as well as like Kent goes in to take a closer look at it.
It's on the toe tag, or is it on?
It is on the toe tag, yes.
Somebody's been doing some necromancy.
Rainer, like as this kind of like goes by, Rainer, you hear Rainer kind of like call out, like, everything good over there? What's going on?
We found a long dead fella who's been raised, and Brian, I would like to take my knife out, and I want to cut that toe tag off.
Okay.
And I don't want to cut the tag entirely, but I want to like disrupt the symbol.
Gotcha. As you go to do that, the body kind of like lurches up and lunges at both you and DT.
Fantastic.
All right. Go ahead, everybody. First and foremost, make me a guts check.
Just need to move in now.
We got zombies.
Come on, baby boy. Ugh. Yes, I know you want to lick my arm, but I need it.
I got a total of 6.
ET
Ouch.
got an 8.
Okay. Lulu.
13.
Lulu, you're fine. Other two boys caught a little bit off guard, a little bit.
Well, I imagine DT and Kent were both like squatted down investigating, so we're
It's like,
right.
"Oh."
It's straight up like a jump scare out of fucking movies of like, ah!
Yeah, it's very much so. Okay.
Kathy, I like how you say Napa, I need to move you, but you still it's just adjusted slightly and still
So I can actually have a free arm.
he's so cute.
So what did you both roll again? So I can double check.
6.
6, and then you got an 8.
Yeah.
Okay.
Skirt chart
Yep.
for us this time instead of the baddies.
Go ahead and roll 4d6. Add them; they do explode.
Okay. One, 5, 4. 12.
Okay.
I'm gonna start getting my physical dice ready.
Clark, go ahead and roll 3d6 in wind.
Here, I can do that on the digital thing real quick. No explosion. Is a total of 11.
All right.
That-
Go ahead and take 11 in wind.
That's most of my wind.
And you don't have any levels of faith, correct?
I don't believe so. I will double check my sheet.
DT, what'd you get?
I sent you a message.
Hoo-yah.
No levels in faith, Brian.
I forget. I forget what that does. I have a vague recollection. Give me just a second. Because that's a good point.
Zombies.
I'm gonna send it to you.
I got the book right here too. So, but yeah, go ahead and send it to me just so I can pin it for later.
Chat, we're dealing with a zombo. Somebody's practicing black magic. And I bet he's got a gator face. What do you think, Kathy? Do you think the black magic practitioner has a gator face?
Probably not.
Probably not.
So yeah, go ahead. Give me a. Oh, okay. I roll that. What's your
I have
cognition, Henry?
3d12.
Okay. You do. It does not come into effect this time.
Okay.
It's good to know for next time, though. I will remember that.
All right. So what am I rolling?
4d6. Add them; they do explode.
$14.
Okay. Same thing. Go ahead and take 3d6 in wind. If it does happen, so 3d6, add them, they explode. If it reduces you to 0, you fall to a dead faint. So that would have happened to Clark as well if you hit 0.
6.
No, I'm at a gentleman's 3.
And then
Don't do that.
ranks in faith.
You do, so go ahead and make a
Yep.
faith roll for me, please.
Okay. $19.
All right, you are fine. So yeah, it just kind of jump scares you both. Gonna make
And just slaps it in the face, like, don't do that, bad.
some claw attacks
you
at
have-
y'all.
Sorry, what?
Just making attacks at both of them.
Please don't. I even use my manners, Brian.
Zombies don't care about manners.
They're for the haunted type. They love those ones.
First one's gonna be against DT. And I feel it's fair in this scenario to say that you don't have your sword particularly out at the ready because you were checking over the body. Is that if you feel that's
Okay.
fair?
Yeah.
Okay. So I need to get a location.
See, you need to get yourself extra arms so you can do complex things with your underarm.
Yeah, no shit, right?
Well, so DT is going to kind of like lash out and try to bite your ankle. Do you have any armor
Uh,
there?
Yeah, I sure do.
All right. Like actual
Specifically.
armor or minus armor?
Boots, my boots.
So they give you -2s, I think, on top of your
Yeah.
CEP. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. This might wind up just doing nothing, so we'll see.
He gums you.
Uh-oh.
You're rolling d6s, aren't you, motherfucker?
No, I'm not. I was rolling d8s. It does 21 points of damage before your minuses.
Yep, got a -8.
It's 2 wounds.
How many?
2.
So
And
it's
that's
your
on
side.
my
Which ankle was it?
yeah, right.
2. So whatever. Let us see.
Left.
Left ankle. And it's just going to
Okay.
kind of claw out at Kent.
Don't care for that. But I do have my guns out because I can.
Lulu did too. I was pointing at it because she has a
That
flashlight
is-
in her gun.
Fucking unfortunate.
And
You
and he
fuck.
has his knife out.
I rolled an 18 on the location. It goes up by 2 for melee.
Okay. You gotta beat my
He,
Fight.
he,
fighting, don't you? Or
he also has his knife out because he just cut the tag off.
oh, the knife don't matter. I got gun kata.
I rolled a 12 to hit you.
So my fighting martial arts.
So it's 5 plus whatever your fighting level is.
Guns don't have a defensive bonus like.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
So 8. So I think you still.
That's what I was assuming, because I don't think you have bayonets or anything attached.
No.
Correct.
No. I do have the knife out. If that adds up 1, I don't think that would make a difference.
It still hits you.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
still hits you.
Okay.
All
It's-
right.
It's noshing on my head?
It bites out at D2's ankle and just kind of like claws at your head with its arm as it comes,
Ow.
like trying to lurch up, coming to life.
Don't care for that.
Fortunately for you, this zombie is not a martial artist, so it's just gonna, smack you. Unfortunately for you, it's gonna wind up doing wind damage. But so this is actually a new thing for the viewers. You're getting hit with wind damage from a melee attack, so you can roll your vigor to vigor soak some of the damage. So if you want to go ahead and pre-roll your vigor,
Yeah, I can do that for you,
you
buddy.
take the best of, and that is what you minus the damage by.
Okay, let me look at my vigor again. I will get that roll going.
Unfortunately for you, I'm also rolling 2 additional dice because it hits you in the head.
It did hit me in the head, which, if it does knock me out, is very thematic and appropriate.
Okay.
My best of is a 6.
Okay. I will take that dice away then. So we have 10, 26.
I only
30.
have 3 wind left, buddy.
34 points of wind damage.
Does remind me?
No. This is I'm doing this wrong. This isn't actual damage. It's best of, so that would be.
I think you beat 3 though.
Yeah, you're definitely going out.
Does excess do anything if you do
Yes.
over? Okay.
Yes. So
Eventually.
you go into the negatives. So once you hit your negative in wind, you will take 1 wound into the guts because you start internally bleeding.
Okay.
So that is relevant. So what, you rolled a 10 for your vigor soak?
I only rolled a 6.
6? Okay.
But I only have 3 wind left.
You're gonna take 10 points of wind damage.
Okay, I did not go negative to my total points, but I am he bonks me in the head and I'm unconscious.
Just
All
bitch
right.
slaps you.
So we can go ahead and roll quickness now, if y'all would like.
I would like to, but I am unconscious.
You are unconscious. Also, for what it's worth, Clark, you can spend chips to negate wind, if you would like. White
No,
does
no,
5.
I will
Red
be
does
unconscious.
10.
I will be unconscious.
Okay.
Bitch slapped out of combat.
I appreciate it more for the story moment.
Absolutely.
Brian,
Yes.
I busted.
Well, that's unfortunate for you. Lulu just got spooked as well. It's like,
Kid's dead.
I rolled a 4 and 3 1s.
I cannot leadership you because I am unconscious.
All right, DT. Looks like it's all up to you, buddy.
Uh-oh.
I can teach her.
Henry, it's like playing Helldivers all over again. It's up to you, buddy. Uh-oh. Brian, would Evelyn have to roll?
She has not seen said monster yet, but she is rolling for after hearing the scuffle. She's
Yeah, I was referring to quickness. Yeah.
yes. I'm also just looking at my obscene beast stuff as well. Oh,
No, we ate it all.
okay, that's Janice. Your quickness, lady.
Since I got the physical dice, I use my little Plinko thing.
Okay, she gets 2 cards.
I got Deadlands dice roller.
That's cool. I'm too afraid to pick up my Plinko thing because one of the legs snapped a little bit, so I'm too afraid to move it.
Since I can't do shit, I'm gonna go grab a snack.
That's unfortunate for me. I drew the red Joker for me, but black Joker for.
Hey, that's just adding balance because one of us is unconscious and one of us is skirt.
All right. What's your high card, Henry?
Ace of diamonds and
Ace.
spades.
There you go. Okay. Go ahead, because if Evelyn had a chance to before you, she's going to use her first card for leadership on Lulu. But go ahead, it's all you.
I'm gonna swing at this stupid thing
Okay.
with the sword.
Are you aiming anywhere specifically?
I don't know. It's an undead thing. I feel like her.
I will say, all of you are seasoned veterans enough to know that most undead, as in all traditional media, a good shot to the head will put them down. That is pretty common knowledge.
Destroy the head, or
Yeah, I'm gonna
remove
do
the
that.
head, or destroy the brain.
You do know. I will give you in the scenario. Go ahead and give me a smarts roll for me. Free smarts roll.
Six.
That'll do it. This thing may or may not have been awakened or whatever. Like, you kind of like trying to piece together quickly, like the toe tag seemed to be where, because like you were digging in this thing's guts, you were like checking it over. It could have attacked you at any point in time. The thing that seems odd to you is once you made it down towards where that toe tag was, is when it attacked you.
Important question, Brian.
Mm-hmm.
Did that thing scurry up before I could mar the symbol on the toe tag?
Yes. So essentially, like as you were going to go like mess with the toe tag, that's when it like popped up and attacked both of you.
Oh,
Before you-
so is it still on it's still on the zombie?
Correct.
Okay. So I didn't get to remove it. Trying to remove it is what.
Yes.
Also, we have another rando that joined the table that you need to give the boot.
Why is this happening?
I don't know.
Because we have an open slot. Sparker's on here.
Yeah, I wonder if it also did. Like, and that's the thing is I usually have it set. It might have like reset the settings because I usually just put it to invite or friends only.
So what kind of TN would I be looking for to hit that tag then?
It's pretty small. You could attempt
13?
It would be a 13.
chop the toe off, or if you're just aiming for the tag specifically. Alternatively, you could try to grab the tag with like your hand. That would be slightly different. Either way, it's up to you. Or you go with
Or
the
I
old-
cut his leg off.
You could. The choice is yours, DT.
All right. Let me grab my dice real quick.
Oop. Catching up on my messages I've been ignoring.
Would I know that like just removing the tag, like if I were to like try to grab that tag and rip it off of it?
That you are unsure of. You just know that like
Oh.
when you were messing with it. So like maybe if you sever the limits attached to it might work, but that you are unsure of.
Okay. I'm gonna try to hit it in the leg first. I'm gonna try to.
Chop the leg off.
Yeah, I'm gonna try that first.
Okie doke.
So that's only like TN7, right?
Correct.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that then. So I got a 13, but since I have a wound to my leg
It'd be a
or 2,
12.
so
Oh,
11.
for 2?
2
11 to
wounds,
hit.
right?
Then it's a melee
So that
attack.
okay, so that'd
bumps up.
be an 11 then.
It's a
I
melee strike, so it
believe
bumps
that-
up by 2, so it'd be 13.
No, it's not. Cause melee strikes don't get +2 to hit; they get +2 to location.
Oh, location, you're right.
Yeah, well, it's a called shot, so that's irrelevant.
Okay. But I have a wound in my leg. I took 2 wounds, so that's -2 on my roll.
So and your TN was a
Oh.
7, so it still hits.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll damage. So ultimately, you'll have to do 5 wounds to that leg to chop it off.
Oh god.
And from observation, he's similar size to you, so you could assume that he's a size 6.
Okay.
Gotta do 30 damage, boy. Oh, Apple's back. Come here.
Luckily, you have a lot of high cards, though, so...
Stamp, 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 stamp,
Yeah.
stamp. Apple boy.
Got a 12 damage, and then my strength I rolled a 13.
So,
So 25, you almost got all the way through it. One more good swing will do it. So that's 25 damage total, so... Unless you really fuck up on your next swing.
So that'll be my other ace unless someone goes.
It's all you, buddy.
All right. I'm gonna
The
try
next-
to do the same thing.
The next highest card, I believe, is Reynard, which is a jack.
Okay. So I got a 12. That'd be a hit a TN of 10 to hit that leg. So I hit the leg. 16 with the sword. And 12 with the strength.
Yep, you lop it off. It's still upright and kind of like looking at you.
Is it just chilling on its stump?
Yep. I mean, it was slumped over before, like on the ground before, but yeah, you have successfully severed the leg from the body. It still seems to be conscious and active.
Oh, okay.
it's worth a shot.
Well, it's the end of that turn for me. Am I the next person with the queen?
Yep. Like I said, it's all you until Jax.
Stab, 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 stab. He gets 3 full swings in before any of us react.
Just a
I'm gonna-
normal human bartender, guys.
Can I just grab the tag now and just like rip it?
You're more than welcome to try.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try that.
All right, I'm gonna say the TN. Let's see, pretty small.
Just
Go ahead
rip
and
it
give
rip
me.
it?
Yeah, go ahead and give me just a normal nimbleness.
Sure.
Actually, hold
Deafness. Would make more sense.
on. Deafness for hand-eye coordination. Deafness. Your TN that you're looking for is an 11.
Oh my god.
Because it's so high, it's not moving.
I'd almost rather hit it in the head.
Ow. Nappa, Nappa, it's just my hand.
I got a 9.
You could spend chips if you would like.
Yeah.
You can spend a red or a blue.
I have a white.
White, I'll let you re-roll a single dice.
Oh, I'll do a red. What's the red do?
Roll a dice, add to your current roll.
But then Brian also
But
gets a chip.
I also get a chip.
And then what's the blue?
Brian
Does the
doesn't get a
same
chip.
thing. I don't get a chip.
But you can't spend down. So if
You
you,
can't
start at
spend- yeah.
blue, you can
So if
only
you-
spend blue from here on out.
Exactly.
For that
So
roll.
say you spend a blue, you roll a 1 and don't hit the TN, you're fucked. But if you spend a red, roll a 1, you can spend a blue and add to it again.
Okay. I'm gonna try the blue because I don't want to give you a chip.
Okay.
Just don't roll a 1.
So go ahead and roll one of your deafness dice. You rolled a 9, so you're looking for a 2.
Okay. Does it give me a +1?
It does not. It's just a flat roll of whatever your dice is.
I rolled a 5.
Yeah.
You successfully chop, fucking still up. Switch your. I don't know if DT is left or right-handed, but I'm assuming left because you're left-handed. But
Right. I just want to be. I gotta be blend in with people. It's gonna be right-handed.
okay,
Gotta blend in.
So you quick swap your sword hand real quick to your left hand, reach out with your right, grab the toe tag, yank it off as it kind of like severs the toe a little bit with it, and the fucking zombie just kind of like slumps over. And you have a nice bloody toe tag in your hand, and combat is over.
Wow.
Combat is over. Lulu is shocked, and is afraid of fighting now.
Well, Kent's unconscious, so.
Kent's unconscious. He's taking a nap.
Second time.
Yeah, Lulu's probably just shocked for a second about how quickly that all went by, and then she'll try to wake up Kent.
Yeah, Rainer's like, what the fuck is going on over there? She kind of like makes her way up past the stairs up to like where you guys are at.
Zombie.
I'm gonna go ahead and roll a guts for her as she sees the scene that happened.
Just a corpse without a leg, it's fine.
Okay. I was gonna say, she better have good guts. She's an old Texas Ranger, damn it. Yeah, she's good. She kind of like looks over, looks at Kent, looks at like the situation, the severed leg, dead body, but she like takes a closer look and she just kind of like has the like, not look of shock, but like look of disappointment on her face. Ah, God damn it, Henry. And she says that out
What?
loud. Not you. If you guys remember, one of the recyclers' name was Henry Johnson.
I do remember that because there was
That's
a Henry
right.
Johnson and
And
something Clark. So
yeah,
I'm gonna try to wake up Kent. That's a general medicine.
Yep.
Where's my fucking D10?
TN's a 3 if you're just trying to wake him up with
Yeah.
no assessment.
by the way, because I think it's
4.
fun.
4?
Yeah.
You're good. He'll wake up in a minute.
Because I think it's funny, I want to share with the chat. I was writing the campaign notes for this, and I had like corpse appears to have been autopsy, and all the information Brian gave me. Then after this, I updated it to twas a zombie. So I'll wake up in a minute.
Yep. I'm gonna quick jump over to Num real quick while all this stuff was happening. You're running over to Tinsdale's place.
Yep.
You make your way in, up on the top level. Him and Deputy Comforts are still kind of sitting in the kitchen, like the living room area where you guys were having the battle plan. And they both look kind of like, not up in arms, but kind of like, oh, because you're like, come rushing in there. So they're just like
Yep.
startled for a second and comforts and like has their gun out and stuff too.
Yeah.
They kind of like relax when they see that you. They're like, wait, what's up?
The lights are out over at the workshop. There was some ruckus going on while I left, while I was bolting over here. Something had jumped out of one of the windows, and I think I heard someone say that there were marks or like water trails coming out of the water onto the docks there. And I'm just making sure you're good.
They both look very concerned at all of those statements.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, everything's been fine here. We've just been sitting here talking. Is everybody else okay?
I don't know. I'm gonna say that. I'm like, I don't know. And I'm gonna like start looking at the door. Is there anywhere I could like perch up at?
Like to guard this room, or
Yeah, like perch up at inside the room.
you can kind of you can kind of stand in the doorway to the like to get in here if you wanted to like block them in here.
More so along the lines of if anything comes in, I get the jump on them.
Yeah, you can kind of like, so essentially the way the door, like the hallway comes in, like you could perch in a corner leading with the hallway leading in up, so you can kind of like jump them around a wall if you wanted to.
Perfect.
All right.
And I'm just gonna look at him and be like, I'm gonna stay here.
Oh, okay.
And I'm just gonna like nod, be like, yep.
All right. We'll jump back to the other group. Okay. So, as you guys are kind of like getting Kent back up, looking at the body, you guys can kind of hear some scrabbling coming from like off the way from you guys in the warehouse. You just hear Lulu, DT, Kent, is that Raynard? Is that you too? Oh God, please be you.
Is it a familiar voice?
Sounds like Luke.
It's
Hey,
hiding, I bet.
we're up top. There was things.
It's also coming. It's the same floor that you guys are on. You can just hear it coming from like across the way of the warehouse floor. The hell's happening over there? Everything good? Am I good to like stop hiding?
I mean, pre-warning, there's a corpse, and it kind of came to life, but it's dead again. Just maybe, you know, don't look if you're squeamish.
Okay. Yeah, let me go. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go turn the power back on.
Did you turn it off?
Yeah. There's like I heard some ruckus down there, and I was the only one in here. Although the recyclers are either getting patched up or not here. So
Let me know when I'm awake, Brian.
you can be awake for this conversation.
Okay.
Takes about like 30 seconds or so. Power comes back on. Lights kind of like not really blind you because you guys have flashlights at least, but like get that like lights turn back on. Just kind of like, oh, okay. You can see Luke off the way, just kind of like shutting the fuse box and stuff. okay, okay. And he like comes over, takes a look at the body. I gotta roll a guts check for him real quick.
Heart attack dies.
Hopefully the pre-warning gives him a plus.
No, ain't no pluses in this house.
That's fair.
You tried. You tried. You tried.
I told him not to look at it. Gonna laugh if he passes out. I told him not to look at it.
I warned you.
The Lulu of warning. Kent gets up, is like rubbing at his head where he got fucking clocked.
So he does that noise that I just did. He's just kind of like, ugh, okay. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Takes him a couple seconds to compose himself, but he's just like, oh man. He like looks closer and he's like, oh fuck, man. Henry, what the fuck happened, man?
Well,
Besides getting turned into an undead? Or...
The whole fucking, all that, every, that and that and that.
just because I probably missed something, Brian, especially with Kent being unconscious, are they saying the zombie is Henry?
Yes.
Can I look at the toe tag?
Yeah.
What name's on the toe tag other than the doctor?
So there's no name. There's no patient name on the toe tag.
Okay.
But they both are identifying him as Henry.
Yeah, we've seen Henry before.
You have not seen Henry yet.
Oh no,
He
we
was
were
one of the
told.
missing-
That's
We were to-
right.
yeah.
He was one of the
Yes.
ones missing.
Yeah, so they've been missing for about 3 days, give or take. So essentially, all of the stories that you have been told line up. They have been gone for this many days. The toe tag says he's been dead for this many days.
Yeah, I got mixed up that they were missing. I had that. I think I had that written down in a personal notebook. Kathy, I see you've hit me with my own play.
I mean, look. I mean, I don't know what you guys like. I guess maybe we could fucking. He looks at Raynard like. Maybe Janice could look the body over more and find out. I don't know if you guys fuck, man. He's just kind of taken back by the situation.
I don't like that there is something else here.
So, everybody go ahead and make me a smarts roll real quick.
Yeah.
I have that. Let's see if I bust again.
Except for Num, you're not there. Brain too smooth, it's fine.
Except for numb, because no smart.
I'm gonna say, when I'm there, am I ever actually there?
Or was he ever there to begin with?
I got a 5 on my smarts.
I got 3 6s.
It's the score of the beast!
I got
And a
a
3.
4 on smarts.
4?
I'm
Okay.
the smartest person here. Let's fucking go.
I'll give it to you. I was thinking about a 5 with all of the information you guys collected. So anybody who beat a 5 or greater.
Bare minimum, let's go!
Kind of thinking through the scenario and all of the information that you've accrued so far. There's another thing. There was 2 of these recyclers that went missing.
Yep.
This is Henry. So leap of logic, the other one is you could probably surmise is the other one that is missing.
We also know something smashed out the window
Yes.
and heard a spoon.
That's a Kathy question.
I'll DM you. It's roleplay.
I don't think so because that's what.
I'll just keep
So-
doing your business. I'll message Kathy.
So you would know. Like I told you, I'm not avoiding that. This is specifically black magic.
Okay. Generalize. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
That does fall under like the umbrella of it, but it is not that, because that is something also completely different in this game.
Well, also yeah.
Yeah.
I think it only takes a minute or so. I'm gonna start working on Clark's on Kent's wind. I'm gonna restore wind.
It should have
Kathy,
restored from my
Kathy,
thing.
Kathy already did that. That was what
Oh,
Kathy
okay,
rolled
okay,
then.
okay.
You can
Then
restore your
Corey
own wind though, drinking water and
Yeah, I'm gonna do that then.
Yeah.
just going.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, for your own, it's a 3. And then you're just kind of like taking a breather, drinking some
Yeah.
water. Raynard kind of looks at all you. We're gonna have to move the body for one. Me and Luke, I think he's got something with like maybe we can have the doc take a look, try to get some more information or something. I know you're a pretty good one, and she's referencing DT, but like maybe in a situation where you're not gonna get jumped this time, like we can get some more deeper information out of that. I'm gonna go ahead with Luke, and we're just gonna kind of make sure, try to keep it as subtle as you can. Also maybe go get your buddy over at Tinsdale, check over there, make sure everything's okay over there.
All right.
And they kind of like nod, and they're gonna head out, kind of like clear the path for you guys to make sure like the townsfolk don't see that happening.
Are there tarps in
Yes.
here?
Yeah, you could find something to kind of like body bag
Wrap-
this
Yep.
corpse.
Wrap it.
Mm-hmm. So Kent, you wake up, you see the scene, you can see that the leg is severed off,
Mm-hmm.
but you can also see that like the toe is also severed, and DT probably handed you the toe tag because they still had it in their hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen this before in my past, and also in some books. Somebody's out there using black magic to bring the dead back. I've seen it once or twice, even frankly, even before the bombs dropped.
I'm so confused why it took so long for it to react.
Because because there's no real active nerve endings or nothing in the body, but this, and it'll hold up the toe tag. Like this keeps it like tethered to the magic. And this would be the closest to like a nervous system for it.
But you'd think you'd still be up and walking around, not playing dead.
Also, I will give you for your occult earlier, Clark.
Mm-hmm.
You know that so zombies can happen, naturally, in a sense, where they're just kind of like brain dead zombies.
Yeah.
You would know. I'll say most people that have at least 2 or 3 in occult, academia occult,
It's me.
would know that
I have that as well.
in a sense of like magic, sometimes reanimated bodies retain their intelligence.
Could have also been playing possum.
So do with that information what you will.
It's probably playing possum and waiting. And depending on how smart it was, it's probably instructed to protect this. Be no different than I think if DT tried to take its head off, it probably would have woke up then too.
Yeah.
Either way, this looking at the tag, this complicates things. And name here's Dr. Joseph de LaCroix. Does the ink on it look like, for the name on the toe tag, look fresh, or does it look like? I guess there's not a good way to tell.
Yeah. Like the toe tag is soggy because obviously it's been in
It's
the
been in the
water
water. Yeah.
And it was dated from like a couple days ago.
3 days ago.
Yeah. So. This again complicates things. Let's go find Numb and the others. Because we still got another one out and about.
We want to go on foot or boat?
Go on foot and move over to Tinsdale's. And we gotta move this. We'll wrap this up. We'll come back for it because we gotta prioritize safety first.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if we want to leave the boat out here, though.
No. That's a good point. Let's take the boat. Let's go. Because we might also need to check the hospital as the other place of vulnerability.
Especially with a lot of people over there. That and the movie theater.
Okay.
So we will take a minute to at least drape a tarp over the body.
And then is anybody going to go grab Numb? Or you
I think-
guys?
Wasn't he
I think
at
we were-
Tinsdale's?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys are in the scrapyard. He's at the workshop.
Yeah, well, that's where we're
Yeah, I
heading.
think we're all
Oh,
going
okay.
to travel together.
Okay, gotcha. I misunderstood what you guys were doing. All right, so you guys make it your way over there. Numb, you hear a lot of footfalls kind of outside as your friends come into the building.
I'm gonna grab whoever's walking in first and like slam them against the wall with a knife to their throat.
Whoever wants to have that
Whoever.
happen to them.
Do it!
All I imagine is going to grab and the knife is higher than you were expecting.
Yeah, you know, if it's Lulu, yeah.
Yeah. So
It's like I just like
Or you just end up grabbing
go
the
to,
fucking
like-
metal shoulder.
I'm like expecting like Big Al to come through the door, so like I grab and I'm just grabbing like Lulu's face, putting her face in the door, and the knife's above her head, and I'm just gonna be like, "Oh hi."
What is wrong with you? Look! Do I look like...
You alright?
I'm fine.
Okay.
How to go over there?
Maybe we use our eyesight before we use our hands. Yeah? Okay.
Everything good over here?
I'm gonna like pop up and be like, "Everything good over here?"
Yeah.
Like,
Russell like has their gun out, but like didn't really have it. They had it like kind of not relaxing, but like pointed at the doorway, but like they're ready to fire, but like a lot more lax than Numb is. And then Tinsdale just kind of like a little bit shocked at that what just occurred, just like, oh, they're kind of like, yeah, everything's fine, but is Luke all right? Is the scrapyard?
Luke's fine. The Henry person who was missing is not fine.
Henry Johnson?
Yeah.
As he kind of like perks up with a little bit more serious tone. Oh, it's unfortunate. What? What happened?
Well, necromancy? Black magic?
He's kind of at a loss for words at that statement.
Yeah, and we're gonna kind of keep that in the circle of leadership because that type we don't need.
He's like silently nods his head.
Okay.
As you see him kind of like reach into his pack, open up his Middleton, and light up a cigarette.
More.
And we have reason to believe that the other one that's missing may be out and about.
Yeah. There's still something else moving around.
Where's Raynard and Luke? Where are they?
Did they not come with us?
Mm-mm. They went ahead to go like clear out any straggling civilians and make sure you guys had like a clear unabated pathway to the hospital. Make sure like nobody's like loafing around so they don't see the body of
Gotcha.
what's happening. Not to like cover it up, but just not to complicate things.
Right.
Yeah. And kind of doing like a hey y'all, like early curfew kind of vibe.
Get inside.
Yeah, just like if everybody's in the theater, cool. Nobody has to fucking know about this right now. Like Clark, you for one like know 100% the MO because that's what you guys used to do. It's like, did you think you see something? No, you didn't.
No, you did nothing. It's the Officer Barbara. Okay, people, nothing to
Nothing to
see.
see.
Move
Yeah.
along.
Yeah, 100%. That's just old Texas Ranger habits coming out.
Yeah. Let's. All right. Everything's safe here. Num. We need help moving a body.
Thumbs up.
Okay.
While
Let's
they're
get
doing that, I'm gonna start bandaging up my leg.
So for reference, if you want to wait till you get to the hospital, you'll have enough time to like treat people there. Like not enough time is gonna go by to where you won't be able to treat people.
Okay.
If you wanna wait to do that there.
Okay.
So
Uh,
all right. Tinsdale and Comforts will kind of like get up relatively quickly and they're gonna follow you guys as well. Tinsdale obviously says like if you need to take the boat, it's a little bit quicker. We'll just make it there on foot. We'll meet you.
well,
I'm gonna follow behind Tinsdale.
Okay.
uh,
Wait.
I don't want to leave your shop unattended because these things are hitting specific places.
Okay. If you would like, we can stay here then, I suppose. We'll move down into the shops. It's a little bit more protection down there in some
And they're-
senses.
They were moving through the water.
Understood.
Just this has my hackles up, so
Rightfully as it should. He looks over at Comforts. Comforts, I'm going to go down to the shop. I'm going to start boarding up any open windows. If you could please accompany me, make sure everything is secured down there. He goes, you got it, boss? So those two are going to go downstairs. If anybody wants to stay with them, you're more than welcome to.
I think the play is to move the body, and I'm addressing this to the posse. I think the play right now is to get that body out of there, get it at the hospital where we can look more at it in a secluded area, and then we gotta do a sweep through this place to see if we can find that other one. What do you guys think?
Kinda have to.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
All right.
All right. So you guys, are you heading over to the hospital first? I'm assuming.
We
Or are you fanning out first?
well, Evelyn and Luke cleared the way. We said we're gonna get that wrapped up corpse.
Okay.
Hospital, and then I think fan out.
Gotcha. You guys do so relatively with a quickness. Make your way there, no problems.
I need numb strong arms to lift the body.
You make your way into there, and Janice is there, just like already kind of like debriefed. Like here, she takes you back to the same room where you were treating Raynard DT. You
Yeah.
can stow him in here for now. It's a little bit more private. Then we can all take a look at it. Raynard kind of chimes up. All right, everybody's still up watching some of the old Western flicks up top. She like motions upstairs. I let Sadie know they're gonna do a double feature. Everybody's gonna be there. People that are guards. I informed them what has happened and doubled the guard watches so that as is should be good and proper. Stick and pairs cover each other's back. So double guards right now. Once we get more of this shit figured out, me and Luke are definitely gonna go kind of sweep town, make sure everything is okay. But we're gonna have everybody kind of camp out upstairs, in the assembly hall tonight, just to be sure.
Evelyn, are there any other important places that need to be checked first?
I mean, aside from the farms, Tinsdale's, but I'm assuming that's where y'all been at. She's been a minute. Okay. Yeah. Aside from that, that's about it. Everybody else is accounted for, so I think we're pretty okay for now. Fucking hell, man.
I roll a 9 for guts, by the way. Let's get to the bottom.
Okay, when it gets uncovered. Go ahead and roll 4d6. Add them, they do explode.
Hey, buddy, welcome to the club.
Eight, 9, 10, 12.
Well, alright. I think you got the similar thing that they did. You rolled a 9 initially?
Yeah, I roll a 9. Yep.
You got a little bit less. When they finally uncover the body, you just take a d6 in wind. If you ate anything, you can just kind of like lose your lunch a little bit. There's a garbage can nearby you can puke up into. It just kind of makes you weak. Like it just takes you back.
Oh, I guess I
like...
did eat the cheese, didn't I?
So, yeah, it's
I'm just gonna be like, I'm just
yeah.
gonna be like, bad cheese.
Yeah, it's not the worst thing you've seen, but it's just kind of like it's pretty gruesome for what you were expecting.
I'm just gonna like grab like the corner and just cover it back up and just kind of like roll it in the thing and just kind of chuck it over my shoulder.
Janice, I gotta roll for her too. That's
Sounds like a
not
phone
Janice.
vibrating.
Hmm?
Your hum
Oh.
just sound like a phone vibrating.
Janice rolls. Oh, you do have a gut score. That's good. I would hope so, being a doctor. Okay, that's unfortunate for you.
Oh boy.
Good thing we got a doctor here for the doctor.
Oh no.
Doctor.
Stop! Why am I rolling d6s for this lady? Damn it. Curse mode, d6 rolling power.
She's just gonna conk out. Heart attack and die.
She clutches her chest and falls over.
And also, so kind of before this guts check happens, like if you guys don't debrief Janice about like the situation, I'm assuming I'm going to say that Raynard already did.
Yeah,
I'm
I was
sure somebody
assuming
would've said
I'm
something.
assuming Raynard did.
Oh.
Before we uncover the body, probably, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just giving you guys a chance to RP that out if you want to, or we can just expedite it and say that Raynard already did.
I assumed Raynard would have warned, like, hey, there's gonna be something fucky coming in, or
Okay,
something to that degree.
This isn't as okay, good. Because
Yeah,
she only
it's getting
loses
late
one
too,
win,
so.
but she kind of follows suit with Numb and just kind of like grabs the trash can, just like
Yeah, she's only
Yeah.
called at the actual mediocre autopsy that the person did. It's not actually about the site; it's just how
It-
crap job of it was.
She also goes, "Yeah, it must be something in the cheese." um,
Swamp cheese.
but you guys just kind of like see her just kind of like freaked out about the situation. What you don't know is that she now has a minor phobia of black magic.
You know what? That's fair.
Yeah.
I don't feel like that's an unreasonable phobia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
While it's going on and stuff, like Kent will kind of like pull Lulu to the side a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, this isn't up anything like practitioners like you are able to do, are they?
Also, for what it's worth, this room is relatively small, so it is hard to be as discreet as you want to be. Just so you know.
I'm aware.
Yeah.
Practitioners like you.
It's the best way I could think to word it, Kathy.
She's gonna hesitate for a little bit too long, and then say, "No."
Also, if anybody else who can make a cognition check, if you could choose to not, if you want to just ignore it in character, but like I said, it is a small enough area. Go ahead and roll a cognition if you would like, to see if you hear that conversation happening as well.
And Kathy, I'm choosing to take what she says at face
Shouldn't.
value, despite that pause.
You shouldn't. Just by tone of voice, you shouldn't.
It's called trust.
Okay, but you've known Lulu for a year.
Yeah, that's fair. I'll roll. Let me see what my scrutinize is again.
Let me see what my bluff is. Because I'm telling you outright, it's yeah. So a 1 or a 7, it's a 7.
What is scrutinize under?
Scrutinize is on
Cognition.
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 Up at the top.
Okay. I was looking at like the social stuff.
Mhm.
What did you get, Kathy?
A 7.
You beat me.
Yeah, she's totally telling the truth.
So again, it's a thing called trust, Kathy.
Definitely, totally telling the truth.
It's trust.
21 on cognition. I'm
Pretty
assuming.
Nothing.
good, yeah.
I'm assuming.
Nothing escapes that crackhead's ears.
Numb hears.
Gotta be a
Yep.
fucking alert.
Yeah,
Madmen are after me.
I'm just looking for. Okay, there's Raynard.
Listen, nothing escapes his watch if he doesn't blink.
And then you
And
can
even
roll.
then, he's got seat.
What do you mean? What do you mean? I don't look.
You hear the whole conversation, so you can roll scrutinize too if you want.
You know what? I've known you for a day. I mean, I at the end of the day, it don't matter to me if you're lying to people. Like,
Alright, fair enough.
ET, did you roll as well?
No.
Okay. You don't have to if you don't want to.
I'm not going to.
Okay.
Okay. Because
Unlike a particular person, I'm not nosy into everyone.
So I have a question. I guess this is just a general question. Can I dictate that I lessen cognition checks
You can always choose to fail. Yes.
Well, not technically fail, but like because of the scenario, high alert, listening to everything, just trying to be like.
You rolled a 21. I don't think it
The-
really matters.
Well, no. But I'm saying like instead of it being like a 21, it would be I would like half it and put it to like 10 or 11, and like just using it as like the idea of I'm not hyper focused on just that. I'm listening to other nonsense that's going on around because,
I'm gonna say no because in those situations I'll change the DC on my end. For people, sometimes you guys will have different target numbers to hit.
yeah.
So I will take those things into account. So like
Okay.
if in the future, like going forward, if you're being like, hey, I'm hyper focused on this, like let me know so I know what to set the TNs at for everybody.
Okay. Perfect.
Damn. Okay. And like when you say no and Kent's like goes okay, he's you can see on his face just like a rapid series of thoughts going through his head. And he's just like, I'm just trying to prepare. It could be any number of different things, but I'm trying to just prepare as best I can.
I mean, that was a black magic symbol, so that's not anything related to.
I'm not as familiar.
Also, for what it's worth, DT, you do hear the conversation. You can elect to ignore and focus on the other things though, if you want.
You just hear them muttering.
Yeah.
Plus, I want to bandage up my leg.
All right.
Or if they're going to be in here for a little, I want to heal my leg.
That's fair.
Lulu, you knew where you went and visited the farms
16
earlier,
medical.
Okay. You
right?
can start patching your leg up in a corner. Lulu, you're being talked to. Sorry, there's
Oh,
like
sorry.
crosstalk.
I got
Yeah.
messaged. What?
You've been to the farm area before, right?
Yeah.
You want to go check that out? We get as part when we start fanning out looking.
Sure.
All right. Lulu and I will go check the farms. We need to spread out. We still need to like scour the place, see if we can find the other one. Raynor, you want
clocks in? Yep.
check your offices, check your prisons, just in case.
Yeah, we do have those fucking prisoners that are there. Now I think about it, we ain't really checked on them in a hot minute.
You could potentially figure out if it's like they're guys that did this.
Spare, I ain't interrogated them, but if I were to take a gander, take a guess, I don't think a lot of them folks is too bright. At least not for that kind of thing. Could be wrong though.
I mean,
Something good to look into.
if
They might know.
if black magic is happening, it's not always subtle, especially if you're on a boat.
Understandable. Yeah, I'll go check that out.
Come here.
All right.
She takes a step out the door, kind of like whistles at Luke, who's didn't follow you guys in, and they both head out. So before she leaves, she's just like, "Just remember, I know you're smart. Stay in pairs."
Mm-hmm.
She heads out with Luke. Go check that out.
DT, is there another section you guys want to take? Or do you want to stay together? We got a lot of ground to cover.
I prefer to stay in pairs if we can.
Yeah, but I meant like all of us as a group of 4 or split off into twos.
Also, for reference, DT's going to be working on his leg for at least 15 minutes, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll get a head start. Does it sound good, guys?
Something you could also do too, if you want to leave DT here. I will say that if Num wants to go wake up Bruce, they will wake up and go patrol with Num. If that's something you guys want to do.
Yeah, we're getting close to the end of the session anyway, so.
Yeah, we're just gonna DT can stay in here with rolls, do the check over on the body, and then we'll probably wrap up for the night.
Brian.
Mm-hmm.
I can roll again. Or if we just use the same occult roll. Is there any advice I could give DT to look for in the body for like spell work components and stuff? Like a heads up if him and Janice can do it?
That would require another roll.
I-
So the roll that you initially made was to kind of like ID it.
Yeah.
You don't necessarily know how that black magic spell functions per se.
Okay, I'm rolling again. 12.
And if anybody else wants to roll a occult knowledge,
Yeah.
you can
Yeah,
try that
I'll
as well.
roll.
We're in Kent's element of fucking with weird magic and stuff.
Only got a 6.
Okay.
DT got a 7.
7. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna say like both of you probably haven't had as much like you've experienced it. You're not super well versed in it, Kent. Most of the time in that type of reanimation magic, usually there's some sort of trinket or some rune of some sort that is put in or on the body. From what you've experienced, in theory, like that should be it for this one.
Mm-hmm.
But you can also look like if they're doing an autopsy to like look on it to like check and see if like there's etchings on the bones on the inside, things like that.
Yeah. DT, if you, and I'll say this to DT and Janice, if you guys open this thing up, look for any symbols and marks on the rib cage. If there's any strange items inside, there might be hex bags, there might be trinkets and tokens. If you find any of that, try to deal with it quick so it don't pop back up again.
So mechanically what that will do is DT, if you wind up helping Janice, or if not, she will get pluses to like a search roll when you guys do the autopsy.
Okay.
And if anything else, before you start, take that thing's head off.
Janice kind of like exasperated sighs, but like, yep, okay.
I just pipe up and be like, yeah. We dealt with plenty of them at the fair. What Ken said.
All right.
Oh, okay.
Mm. The longer I'm around Numb, the less surprises there are about
Right.
things.
That's what happens when you get to know people, Clark.
We've known each other for a day, but it's just like there's so much there. All right.
All right. So y'all head out. Do you go get Bruce Numb? No, is it
Probably not.
not?
The first
Okay.
attempt didn't go over so hot.
That's fair. All right, so you can just hang out with them in here.
Well, I was
Or unless you want to do something.
considering.
I was just saying, unless you're scheming yourself, like what you want to do.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
Run off
I'm
eat
gonna
it by
go.
yourself.
Yeah, basically, I'm gonna go stake out. I'm gonna go build a little hovel, hidey hole over across from the guard post in the north.
Okay.
And I'm gonna
you-
just.
If you wanted to, you would have a pretty decent sight from where you guys first spotted the invasion on the top of the one building by the farm.
Which I think is here.
I was thinking up so across the way,
Okay, over there.
but where all of like the junk pile of stuff is.
Absolutely. So you can make your way back to Tinsdale's, kind of like hop, skip, and a jump, and get up onto the rubble wall over there, and set up a little
Yeah, and
outpost.
I'm gonna look around. I'm gonna look around to see if there's things that I can literally just like quietly start building myself like a scouting hole, basically, that I can just sit in and just watch the guard tower.
Yeah, go ahead and roll a scroungen and a sneak roll for me, and let me know what you get for those. All right. While that's happening, DT, you eventually get your leg patched up. You can reduce the wound level by 1. In the meantime, while you were working on that, Janice goes and like grabs some gloves, starts getting prepped, fully uncovers the body, strips it down. Takes like a really long railroad spike and like a fucking claw hammer and just like puts it in the center of the head and just kind of like before she gets started, just ping, 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 ping. And
No
just
wake up, no wake up, no wake up, no wake up.
just like drives it halfway into the brain as to also try to not fully damage it.
That'll work, I think.
Here's
I rolled
hoping.
I rolled a 41 for my scrounging. Dear Lord.
Okay.
I haven't rolled the sneak yet, but that's that.
You build the best little outpost hovel.
And I rolled a 23 for sneak.
You are the knight. You are the
I
trash
am
man.
the knight. I am the trash man. Yeah.
All right.
After she gets done hitting that railroad spike in its head, I'm just gonna make an offhanded comment. Seems like this is a pretty lively town, huh? Keeps you pretty busy.
Being honest, like usually it's somebody, put an axe in their foot or some other fucking menial shit like black magic. Are you fucking kidding me? You get like you can see her like you've seen her like kind of like hard ass Dr. House, Dr. Cox vibes before. And like you can see that kind of like melt away as it's just like you two in this room, and like the mask is dropping, and you can just see like she's just fucking tired and exhausted, and like Jesus fucking Christ, like what is today been? I'm just, if there is a God, I don't fucking know anymore. I'm just glad you all of you people are here, like, because like what the fuck, like, right?
Yeah.
How's your leg doing?
It's done pretty good. It's not gonna give me too much more trouble. I figure it'll be good by tomorrow.
That's good. That's good. Also, I don't know what you did to Reynard, but like good fucking work, man.
It's in the corpse, seen a lot of battles.
All right. I guess let's fucking check this shit show out, right? Well, if you want,
Yeah.
she points over at like a little kind of medicine cabinet looking thing, like up near some of the supplies. If you want, there's some operating liquor in there. If not, that's cool
Okay.
too. And
Yeah, I
if,
use some.
yeah, I was gonna say if you go up and get it, she'll wait until like you take a drink and she'll also take a drink. If not, she was gonna go grab it.
Yeah, I'll grab it.
As you do, it's like mostly empty. There's probably about a quarter of it left, but it's like old pre-war whiskey, so it's like
Oh,
some good
nice.
stuff. And there are also two nicer looking like glass decanters, and not decanters, but like Scotch glasses that are in there.
Yeah. Oh,
Cabinet next to it, there's some gloves in there if you don't want to get your hands dirty. But
yeah, I'm gonna need those.
yeah, you want the ones on the top shelf that they go up to the elbow instead of the little hand gloves.
Yeah.
All right, and go ahead and roll a medicine. She will also roll a medicine. But yeah, she'll like slam her drink down before you guys get started. Just kind of like clink glasses if you're down for that.
Yeah. I got a 17 for medicine.
All right. Damn it! I keep looking at the bad guy's stat box. It's not who I need. What is your medicine?
She's a zombie too.
We poisoned you. Haha, fuck you.
Where are there? They are. You got a 16, so pretty good. You got a 17, you said?
Yep.
All right, cool. All right, you guys open this dude back up again in a proper fashion. All right, so you don't find out too much more than what you had kind of already sussed from your initial look over. Um, Something that you do notice, both of you kind of notice as well. Um, okay. Um, all of these like incisions and things that aren't the damage the body has taken within the past, 3 days or from death, seem very professional. Like they're clean cuts, clean incisions. Everything was stitched back up pretty well. So whoever did this is a pretty skilled doctor. Go ahead and roll a search for me.
18.
As you're kind of like moving through the body cavity and stuff, looking for like the flags that Kent told you to look for, you don't see anything out of the ordinary. There's like some like chipped bone, things like that. Just kind of looks like normal wear and tear on the body, but it doesn't seem like there's anything internally that has to do with the occult in any way. So there's at least that information.
Okay.
Um You do also find some kind of not unnatural, that's not the right word I'm looking for, but like potential causes of death seem to be some kind of like blunt damage to some of the internal organs and whatnot. That could either be from a fall or from like they like fighting a zombie with them just like pummeling you and whatnot. So those are a couple options of how this person might have died as well. Other than that, that's about all that you find for new information.
Okay.
You already sussed out a good chunk of it with your look over the first time. But yeah, so that's what you get from that. So you can, after you guys get done, she kind of like closes up the body as best as she can, and is just kind of like sitting there. Takes gloves off, pours herself another drink. So you guys said there's another one too. It's probably
It's very probable because they were missing.
yeah. I'm trying to look up what that other dude's name was.
Something Clark.
Yeah, I know it's something Clark.
First name something.
Like basic white dude name.
Yeah. Bill Clark.
He's got 2 first names.
Yep.
Right.
She's just kind of like, man.
Oh, look at him disappearing.
I know the same thing probably happened to Bill, but I hope not. I need a fucking vacation, man. Just from today. Jesus.
Where would you go on a vacation?
I don't even know. Somewhere that's not here. Somewhere, I don't know, like a hot spring or something that's not gonna like kill me or be made of acid or, get mauled by a mutated bear or some fucking shit.
I've traveled a lot of places. It's really not too bad here. Right, that you got a lot going on right now. But it's better than being hungry out in the wilderness.
She kind of like gives you that like smirking, okay, smart ass look. Like, I know we can all dream though, can't we? Right? Like, but what if you were able to go somewhere? Just hypothetically, like, what is your dream vacation? Everything goes the way that you want it to go. Where would you go?
That's a pretty good question. Out of character, what's a pretty good place actually in the waste?
So a place that is pretty good. Going to Turtle Isle in the maze is like going to the maze is dangerous. Turtle Isle is like literally just like super Titanic super yacht boat that is literally just a civilization on a boat, but it's like, it's like going on a cruise. But there's a civilization, like a established civilization. It's essentially like the junkyard, but mobile and in the maze. They have a lot of, not necessarily attractions, but they have a lot of amenities and nice things there.
And the junkyard's pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah, junkyard is the metropolis of the wasteland. Boise's also not bad. Like, it's pretty all right there. Granted, it's a little bit more militaristic, but in that sense. But like, that's a pretty good place to be.
The landscape's also really nice.
Yes.
I've always been partial to the junkyard.
I bet. I've actually never been. It just sounds so overwhelming. Just kind of daydreaming about that a little bit.
Well, if you ever make it there and I'm there, I could show you around.
She gives you a genuine smile. You know what? I'd really like that. All right, DT. She just kind of like purses her lips and nods.
I mean, it doesn't have to be forever. But I mean, if you're always thinking about going or taking a vacation, you should make that time to do that.
They should. Also look for an apprentice. She kind of like naps back to like business. Like Tiziel's got, Luke. Raynard's got comforts. We got some like sometimes traveling docs and stuff like yourself come through here, but I should start teaching more people that actually want to learn and help people.
You should definitely do that then.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna lock this room up and head back up to the theater if you want to catch up with your friends.
I will, yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, and just thanks for everything you guys have done.
Just doing what we can. You can thank Luke. Ran into him.
Oh well. Oh yeah, I should buy him a drink. She kind of like starts to cover up the body, clean everything up, toss away some of the the gloves and stuff that you guys are using. And on that note, that is where we are going to end for tonight because we're a little bit over already, about 10 minutes.
It was worth it.
I got a sweet baby boy.
I see that he's a sleepy boy.
I gotta end stream. I need one arm back.
Okay, I can't remember. Did I give you guys chips for the end of this chapter?
Chips?
Yes.
Chips, yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, and yeah, because we're on the new chapter. An Unwelcome Homecoming is the name of the chapter.
Oh boy.
But that's false because Henry's coming home.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, you guys are about in the first section. You got through the first section of this next chapter. So.
Zombies.
Mhm.
Yay.
I will expedite a little bit for you guys just to kind of like get us to a different point where it'll be the next day. You guys scan through town, run in with some of the guards, just kind of everybody shares the information that has been found that is relevant. And essentially wind up going back to the main building. If you guys want to sleep there, you can. Like, pretty much you guys have free reign to do what you want, but if you want safety in numbers, like that is somewhere where you could stay at, or you can go back to like Tinsdale's shop and sleep there if you want.
Okay.
But we will pick up the next morning when we play again.
Wait.
Zombies.
Zambies.
Dambies.
But yes, thank you for coming to play, guys, and thanks for everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed.
Do I have a game next week? What year is it?
It'll be Wisconsin game next week.
Yep, and I'm not doing that, so...
So
Yeah.
potentially we'll
Are you? I forget. Are you doing anything else, or are you going to be home that weekend?
Yeah,
or
I should
no?
be home next weekend, so we should be able to play again. If everybody's
Yay!
available.
Yeah.
Cool. I do know the weekend of the 19th next month. I don't know if that's a game weekend. I think
17,
it might
18,
be.
19.
Yeah.
I will probably be going to the New Jersey game, so...
Okay, that's when my mom's coming to visit, so I will
Oh,
be
shit.
busy that
Okay.
Sunday most likely.
All right.
Cool. Well, thank you all for hanging out, for those of you still listening in.
Mhm.
So next Deadlands will be next week Sunday. My normal art streams Tuesday, Thursday. Take care of yourselves, drink water, eat food, take your meds. Pipulanji. Go touch grass. All that good
Be
shit.
kind.
Be kind to yourself
Mhm.
and to others. Yeah, I'm probably gonna go cuddle. So I will see y'all next time.
Have a good night.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.